Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. Flatline, more like fat line, of Coke. Honestly, I can't fucking count no more. This is a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot.
I mean drugs?
I wouldn't...
Drugs?
No, it's
No?
it's a natural plan.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I'm just saying.
I don't think...
You want to talk about it?
I mean, fuck, I like pills, I like drugs, I like getting money, I like strippers, I like to fuck, I like day drinking and day party in Hollywood, I like doing Hollywood shit. Snorty probably would. What can I say? The shit works, it feels good, and my self-worth's at an all-time low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I own. Whoopsie, made a oopsie, $100,000 oops, made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me, don't wanna have to turn a brother guts into sweet beans. Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist because they have all been flattened and pushed into the walls or some shit. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Docky Who. Hello, Lawrence.
No.
What do you mean, no?
That's outrageous.
What?
That's the silliest bit you've ever done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I would listen to a little comedy album by you. That actually kind of went off a little bit.
That was, you know.
How long did that take you today?
Like about an hour and a half. Actually took quite a while to do.
At least you can finally say with absolute confidence that you spend more time on the intros.
I mean, that was always true. Okay. But, you know.
Did you know that was the song you were playing when I joined the Zoom call to record this as well? Just so I had the tee up for it unknowingly.
Yeah, I wanted to give you a point of reference.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway.
Yep, anyway.
You see, it's because I thought of that intro. I thought of Flatline, more like Fat Line of Coke, which doesn't really relate to the episode at all, really. And then I was like, well, that's a bit shit. That's probably like something Lawrence would come up with. So then I thought, why not just rap Dochi instead?
Why don't I just find a way to go so far in the opposite direction?
Why don't I just rap Dochi? And then I did.
You know, I said last week that the week coming I'm going to switch it up and move away from rhymes. And now you've just set the bar so ludicrously, unobtainably high.
I mean, I'll fucking do a diss track next if you want me to. I'll start a fucking diss track beef, all right?
What, with who? With me?
With you, yeah.
I don't want that.
Brother isn't even doing any rhymes, all right?
What if we had to go back and forth? What if we had a diss track before we had to go back and forth for the intro, but then in between we had a completely civil and normal podcast?
That's what I'm saying.
That's an absurd fucking thing to do.
Well,
our best bit yet, maybe.
Look, I just want you to do better. And if I have to force you into a diss track beef, then maybe that's what I'll do, you know?
Well, maybe I'll jump the shark on you next week. Maybe you've revealed your hand too early and I get the first one in.
But I would love that, you know? I would love that, all right? I put a bit of effort in this week. Let's see if you can rise to the challenge. Okay?
Oh, God, this is not fair. I mean, it's very fair. I have a week to prepare.
Get those creative juices flowing, you know?
But they haven't flew in so long.
Well, first of all, you let them fly every week, okay?
With what? With my intro?
Your work is inherently creative.
Oh,
okay?
I was going to say, I think we both know I don't let my creative juices
flow.
flow.
No, definitely not with your intro. Okay? It's probably the least creative thing you ever do, okay?
It's true, yeah, it's very true. You probably asked how I was a while ago when I was laughing. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I don't think I did, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I am fine, if you were wondering.
I wasn't.
How are you then?
I'm good. Our Patreon is live. We launched it.
It is.
It's live, so you can sign up. patreon.com/stillgotlegs. There will be a link below. It's £5 a month or whatever works out in your local currency. I think it's like $7 12 New Zealand dollars I saw. So whatever that is for you, it's £5 British. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, you get 2 bonus episodes a month, although there's 4 up there currently. You get our episode notes, and we always remember to write them. I
do, but yeah.
Yeah, we always do. What else do they get? They
get a little Discord badge, which people are repping proudly in the Discord.
Yes, you get an exclusive Discord badge, so you can flex your wealth on all the POV cunts in there who haven't signed up. And then after 6 months of continuous membership, you will get a mug, which I really need to figure out how that's going to work.
They've paid now. You can't say that now.
I can say it, but I still need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And you'll get an on-air shout-out as well. So there we go. Sign up. Yeah. So help support the show. Or don't. It's fine if you don't.
Yeah, to be honest, you don't have to. This show is, like we always say, this show's going to be free forever. But it's a fun little bonus thing. It is. I think we had some fun episodes go up this week live. So
I really enjoyed doing the bonus episodes that we did. They're a good bit of fun. We went off on some insane tangents, I feel like, and also those like there's the safety of the paywall, so I feel like we said some stuff we would never say on this podcast. So.
We named some people we've never named
Lawrence,
before.
Let's not get too much into it, but yeah.
What I'll say is we went further into Love and Monsters than anyone has ever gone before, I think.
That's probably not true.
No, especially in that last final 5 minutes. We really dove deep in some stuff.
I mean, we really just like fucking talked about how shit Elton was, really.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but a good bit of light bullying for Elton never hurt no one.
No, it's true. It's true.
Anyway, like we said, go sign up or don't. It's fine either way. We don't mind.
You can also vote on what commentary we do next. So
you can. Dalek coming through big time.
It looks like he'll probably win, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Unless a surprise. I voted, but I guess it wasn't counted.
Well, it is counted.
But he wouldn't have won anyway.
It's not winning. No, I think you're still the only one who has voted for that one. But
I'm going to switch my vote to Dalek and say I was always on the side of the winners.
All right, it's fine.
It doesn't change much.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one can see what everyone's voted for. I mean, I can see that. Okay.
Oh, you've got full. You can see everything.
I can see everything, Lawrence. All right? Damn. Everything. Okay.
I feel on the outs. I can't see. I don't have access to all this.
You don't. The Patreon's just for me, by the way. It's not for Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't even get a cut. I just show up.
It's just to support me. That's not true. Lawrence doesn't know what he's doing, so I handle all the admin. Okay.
Yeah. We made a fair trade-off. I take on all the editing now. That's a fair job.
Yes. And I do all the admin, which I was already doing, by the way.
Yeah. I was pretty much always doing the editing.
Yeah, to be fair, you was, except on the rare occasion we didn't record on a Sunday. But that's
which was maybe
rare.
Like twice in the last 4 or 5 months or so.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we here to talk about today?
We're here to talk about episode 113 of Still Got Legs and Docky Who. It is series 8, episode 9, written by Jamie Mathiasson, directed by Douglas McKinnon. It is Flatline.
Flatline. More like Flatline of Coke. Do the button. Press the button again. Press it for me.
Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios.
Right.
Flatline, more like fat line of Coke. That's great. That's good stuff.
It's great and good stuff.
Oh, did you want to hear more?
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't fucking count no more. This is a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot.
Drugs?
I wouldn't.
Drugs?
No, it's
No?
It's a natural plan.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I'm just saying.
I don't think.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, fuck. I like pills. I like drugs. I like getting money. I like strippers. I like to fuck. I like day drinking and day party in Hollywood. I like doing Hollywood shit. So they probably would. What can I say? The shit works. It feels good. And my self-worth's at an all-time low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I own. Whoopsie, made a oopsie. $100,000 oops, made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn a brother guts into sweet beans. I said brother, rather than
Yeah.
a word I should not say. So,
I mean, yeah, that's.
so I did change one lyric, but I think that's in the circumstances. I think that's okay.
I think so too. I think also the effort comes through the production. Do you know what I mean? But you had to sync that up properly, or did you do that one take?
No, it was multiple takes. Because I had to record like separate voices and shit, didn't I? And, like,
yeah.
So yeah, I had to sync it up and put it to the beat and everything like that.
Oh, to be a fly on your wall watching you today that would have been really entertaining. How many takes did you nail it a couple of times or?
No, I probably had to re-record it like 4 or 5 times. Really, yeah. And I tried it in different ways as well.
Yeah,
like I tried it like in a sort of like American accent sort of first of all, which didn't really work. And then I thought, no, my like kind of monotone, just sort of British, just voice is probably better, more funnier, I reckon.
I also sounded good. Sounded okay. So
anyway, my mixtape is dropping soon, exclusively on Patreon.
Hell yeah! Oh, please do upload that. People could be bumping it in the club. Past the orcs. I want Nathan from Still Got Legs podcast on.
I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, Flatline, Lawrence.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think this one, Nathan, if I can be so bold.
You can't.
Oh, no, please let me.
No.
Please.
No, not allowed.
All right, then it's as much of a banger as I can decree it without certifying something. This is a great episode, man. I really, really fucking enjoyed this. I think there's a great spotlight for Clara. Great villain concept, like one of the most interesting Doctor Who villains we've had in a while, I think, like in terms of visual presentation and stuff. The episode in itself just looks really fucking cool. There's some fun side characters, some better people than others, but yeah, a lot to talk about. I'm enjoying. I enjoyed watching this episode. I'm very excited to talk about this episode.
Does anybody have any mashed potatoes? Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. I need some mashed potatoes for this certified banger. Certified Bangor. Mashed potatoes. I won't play the full thing, but
we're slowly amassing an album for you, by the way.
Yes.
Like, it's wild how many songs you've recorded for this podcast.
Only 2.
That's 2 more than me.
Well, record some songs then, all right?
By next year, could we have a Christmas album?
Record some songs for the Still Got Legs EP, okay? Coming
have
soon.
to now.
Yeah.
Oh, can we throw Pierce's diss track on there?
If you throw Pierce's, we'd have to throw Melina's as well.
I'm down for that. If they're down for that, I'm down for that. Throw it on the EP.
I'm down for that.
Fuck yeah. We'll be in touch, guys. Our lawyers will be in touch to get the rights. No, we do. It's just us with fake moustaches on.
Okay.
And suits.
All right.
What do you think? I'm certified banger, I'd imagine.
Yeah, certified banger. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I love it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it really gives Jenna Coleman a chance to shine. Obviously, the TARDIS is a little small thing, so that's pretty fun. Fun shenanigans ensue. It's got a cunt who you love to hate. It's got really interesting villain, like something never really seen in Doctor Who before, and all around just fucking sick cunt.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Sick. I love it.
It's great. Shall we get into it? Shall we rip the Band-Aid off, as it were?
I would love nothing more than to get into it.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. The episode opens up with a little spooked out man. He's on the phone. He knows who did it, Nathan. He's like, oh, I know who did it, guys.
I know who did it. He's grassing, first of all. Little cunt, all right?
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, he's talking to the filth, all right? And he's grassing. All right. He's like, fucking hell, filth. I know who did it. I figured it all out. No, I can't speak up. And he says, they'll hear me. Ooh.
Who's this guy? How does he know everything?
He's a bearded man, Lawrence.
Yeah, but is he just like a conspiracy nut? Because surely he can't know everything.
Well, he's figured it out. He's figured him out. We'll talk about him later. All right.
All right.
And then he's saying they're around us everywhere. We've all been so blind. And the cop is saying like, What's going on? Are you being held against your will or some shit? Are you all right? Are you safe? And he just basically like screams and dies, basically. And the phone falls.
The phone falls.
Yes.
I look. Does it make all the sense in the world with the rest of the episode and how it unfolds? Maybe not.
I think it does.
I still don't know who this guy is.
He into a wall.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, no, the threat makes sense, but how does he know anything? Who's this cunt that knows everything is what I'm saying?
You just figure it out. It doesn't matter, does it? It's not important.
He's figured it out. I know exactly what's going on. There's weird 2D aliens here.
If Clara and the Doctor can figure it out, surely some bloke from Bristol can figure it out.
I guess so. I'm not giving him enough credit.
You know?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I do like it though. It's a spooky little opening. It's an eerie one. It does set the tone quite nicely, I think.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. As that guy in a box says with his head.
So what?
That guy with a box, he says that, doesn't he? With his head out. He's got his head in the box. What's his name again? Dorian. Is it Dorian? The blue cunt.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, that's what he says, doesn't he? He goes, Doctor Who.
Yeah, so do many people.
Yeah, I'm just bringing him up, though. You can bring up someone else if you like, but I've taken him.
I mean, Jackie Tyler.
I've run out now. I can't remember anyone else.
Great.
Jackie Tyler was my next one.
Great.
Right, what's going on? Where do we open up?
Bristol. Well, the TARDIS.
Yes.
The TARDIS is in Bristol, but it's the TARDIS. But they don't know they're in Bristol yet. That's a fun reveal for later. Anyway, looks like they've just basically come to an end of an adventure. Clara and the Doctor, that is. They've had some fun, like in space or whatever. Clara's getting ready to go home, and she's packing all her bits and bobs up. She's getting everything that she brought with her, much like someone who's having an affair. Get all their belongings before leaving. You know?
You love this, don't you?
I do.
You're really happy with this, like thought that you've had about it.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. It's fun. I do like the Jenna Coleman's. It's a fun performance from her, where she's like, "Yeah, it's really. He just doesn't want me leaving all my stuff here. It's like a territorial thing. He's totally fine with me being here, mind you."
She says Danny's got a bit territorial. And I know she's lying, but I fucking hate Danny, man.
Right, no, this is made up.
I don't care, all right? It's real enough for me, all right?
I've got a note that I'll read verbatim later on that's very pointed at you, and I want to get your opinion on it. Because, oh my, does Clara do some things?
What things?
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm just saying there's something that I think is pretty indefensible, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
There's nothing Clara does that's indefensible in this episode.
If
anything, I'll fucking defense it all right? Defend it all.
All right. Yeah, so Clara's like, yeah, no more questions, thanks, bye. Right, don't, fucking leave me alone. Don't question it. And the Doctor's like, yeah, we're here. Exactly where we left off. Ish.
Same place, ish, yeah. She's like, ish? Don't give me an ish, you cunt. What are you saying ish for? All right? Not a fan of... This doesn't work, but...
Go on, commit to it, go on.
What I was going to say was not a fan of Ish Kumar, the comedian. And then I quickly realised his name is actually Nish Kumar. So yeah, didn't really work.
Terrible. Yeah. It would be bad if his name was Ish. The fact that it's not.
Yeah. I think it would be good if his name was Ish. That would work.
It would work. Would it be good is a different question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Doctor says these readings, they're very ishy. And then Clara turns around and she's like, Doctor?
Yeah.
I want to fucking take a look at this cunt. And the door's wee now.
It's a wee door.
It's a wee door. The door's little.
It's not piss. It's not a wee door.
I don't think anyone thought that. Okay. What a weird thing to say.
What, you can do Nish Kumar and I can't do wee?
Yeah, because I'm not doing toilet humour. All right.
No.
I'm doing harmless, family-friendly fun. You're out here just mentioning piss.
You bring up farts every week. You replace titles with farts every single week.
Every single week.
Not every single.
I've done that once. Okay.
You know you do. You know you do it more.
Do I? Give me an example.
I don't know, more like school refartian.
I did say that, to be
You'll
fair.
have to sign up on the Patreon to hear that one.
I did say that, to be fair. But first of all, I don't do it all the time. I've done it exactly, I guess, twice then, okay?
I feel like there's more. I forget, it's a running bit now. You've definitely done it more than twice.
No, you have this weird thing where you exaggerate everything. If something happens once, it happens for you. It happens every single week, constantly. Okay, that's just the way your brain fucking works. Right?
I feel like it's not constant, but I feel like it's more prevalent than two. It's definitely more than twice you've done this.
No, it's just because I said something was like a big fart once. More like, did I say like more like? What was the episode? I can't remember what it was. I can't remember.
Don't ban me from toilet humor. That's 90% of my go-to.
It's not good though, is it?
It doesn't have to be good. It just needs to be there.
That just sums up your philosophy, doesn't it?
I really, really like this little fucking. I want a tiny TARDIS like this for my room, for it to sit in the corner. Little
You've
TARDIS.
got one. You've got one right next to you.
No, but not like I want like a mini fridge sized TARDIS like this one is.
Oh, David Tennant's got one. He's got one in his garden.
Has he?
Yeah, you'd know that if you watched Staged.
Fuck's sake. I'm not going to be shamed.
Brother hasn't watched Staged.
Would you have a little TARDIS like this in your little office?
No, it's too big.
You would like a smaller one?
like a little model-sized one, like what it eventually becomes.
Yeah.
Well, eventually in like a minute, but like I wouldn't have this. It's too big.
I wouldn't mind it. I'd probably use it for storage. I'd keep stuff in it.
If we had a studio, which we will one day, that's the goal. Okay.
Yes.
I would want a life-size one. I would want a full, actual size TARDIS for our set. Which when we would have a set because we'd film them as well.
I'd never stop playing with that.
Yeah.
I'd just go in it and then I'd wait like a week and then be like, right, I'm out now. I travelled in time.
You'd live in a box for a week.
Yeah. I'd bring a couple of sandwiches in there. I'd be all right.
A couple of sandwiches.
Maybe more than a couple, but I'd have a few at least.
Okay. What's the CZK?
Excuse me. What?
A CZK.
CZK?
Yeah, CZK is in currency.
Because need some context for this.
Apparently £5 is the equivalent of 170 CZK.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Thank you for whoever did that.
Well, we'll find out.
I guess we will.
Eventually.
I'm glad I'm not a companion, because if the TARDIS shrunk to this size, I wouldn't be able to fit through that door. I had a little look at Peter Capaldi having a tight squeeze through, and I thought, I've got no fucking chance.
No, me neither.
I'd die in there.
It's Jova for us. But to be fair, that is kind of like the plot of the episode, though.
I mean, yeah, he does get stuck and almost die in there, I guess.
He does get stuck in the TARDIS. He is too big to get through the TARDIS. So,
yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah. He makes it out. He does all right.
Yeah.
I like this scene quite a lot because the Doctor's excited that the TARDIS has changed. He's like, you don't get it. This doesn't happen. This is awesome.
Yeah, he says it's huge, and then he's like, "Well, no, you get it. It's not huge," which is a good bit of fun. But yeah, so the TARDIS is shrunken down, and Clara then is like, "We're in Bristol. Why the fuck are we in Bristol? This isn't where I need to be."
Yeah.
And then the Doctor's like, "Hey, go have a look around, see what you can figure out." Which is weird, isn't it? It's weird to be like, the TARDIS has shrunk. Why don't you go into town and see if you can figure out what is going on? That seems like, I don't know if you're going to find any answers there. I mean, they do, but like, it's like, it's not where your first thought would go, is it?
No, it's very convenient she runs into answers in town.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, go off and do a man on the street style interview. He sends Clara out with a little lapel mic or something.
Yeah.
What's your body count and why is the TARDIS shrunk?
How much do you pay for rent in New York?
Yes. Can you show us your apartment? This definitely wasn't pre-agreed.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
I love those. It goes like, yeah, sure you can. I'm like, you've already got a lighting setup in there. Like, you know what this is.
Someone asked me that. I told them to fuck off.
Yeah. No, you can't come back to my fucking house. What lunatic would say yes?
Yeah. Who are you? Go away.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with that footage. You could be the cops for all I know.
What are you listening to? Why don't you fuck off? All right? Leave me the fuck alone, you fucking prick.
What are you listening to? Not you, cunt. Get out of my fucking way.
Fucking cunt. I'll kill you. with a knife.
We have so little patience for minor inconveniences to our day, don't we?
It's not that. It's just I fucking hate this TikTok on the street shit.
Yeah.
Just turning everything into content. It's just fucking. Anyway, subscribe to the Patreon.
Let a man walk down the street, all right? Just don't accost a man on the road, please.
Maybe that'll be a fun Patreon bonus episode. We'll just scroll through TikTok and just complain about everything we see.
Okay, that's better than I thought you were going to say. We do a man on the street.
No, I'm not doing that shit.
Who's your favorite companion? What? Don't worry about it.
I'll bring up my Patreon feed and then we'll just scroll through and just
moan.
Just moan at the state of the world.
So yeah, Clara heads off into town. There's quite a fun line where Clara's like, I've got stuff to do. I've got to get back to my house. And he's like, your house isn't going anywhere. And nor is mine, apparently, which is really fun.
Yeah, bit of fun. Indeed.
Anyway, who's this community service racist guy?
So there's some cunt who's just an horrible cunt, all right? And he's like, hey, you fucking cunt. Fucking clean up your filth, you fucking cunt. And then Riggsy, the hero of the piece, is like,
yeah,
shut up, man.
Kill yourself, you old bitch.
Well, he doesn't say that, but he should.
He should.
He should. Anyway, we're introduced to Riggsy, who's on like community service or some shit. He's like some kind of street artist. You get the impression.
Yeah.
And he's got into a bit of bother, so now he's doing community service. And then this guy, who I guess is running the community service, just the worst bloke you've ever met, really. Insufferable the entire fucking episode. Literally no redeeming qualities to this cunt whatsoever. Just not a single moment of fucking redemption, which frankly good because fuck him, you know?
Yeah. I don't want the episode to start making me put like, oh, I lost my wife a couple of years ago. I don't give a fuck.
No,
good.
Fuck him. Some people are just horrible cunts.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how it is, you know?
And he doesn't look, you know, it was on BBC. All right, it came out at like probably 7 p.m. He's not technically racist, but he is. You can tell he's racist.
Of course he's racist, yeah.
Yeah. It's very yucky. Anyway, fuck him, and I'm very upset that he remains alive, but we'll get there.
Are you fucking with a Bristol accent? Bristolian? All right, my lover?
I don't mind it.
I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite sweet. Love a bit of Bristol.
I think it can be very grating when it is on a voice of like this racist cunt.
Oh yeah. Like,
I was like, all right, my love, like fucking go kill yourself.
I will kill you. Yeah, but you know, there's something nice about a Bristol accent.
Yeah,
I watched Skins recently, which was all set in Bristol, so lots of fun little accents there.
There are. Yeah. I need to rewatch Skins, man.
Fun West Country vibes. Yeah. Skins is good. Skins is goated with the sauce.
Apart from the last two, anyway.
Yeah. No, not the. Well, I don't know.
It's just your stream of consciousness at this point, and it just maybe
the first 4 seasons of Skins.
Yes,
goated with the sauce.
Yes,
the next 2. Dog shit entirely. You can skip them, and you will be all the better for it.
100%.
And then season 7, mixed bag. Why is Face Checker there? We don't know. But the last one with Cook, spoiler alert, I guess, is pretty good.
Yeah. I guess it is actually. Yeah. When you think about it, that's a great one. I remember watching that when it came out, and I was like, "This is goated. This is the return I wanted to see."
Yeah. It's just basically a Jack O'Connell led movie, really.
Yeah, which is great, and it's like really good. Like surprisingly very, very good.
You seen that Jack O'Connell movie where he's in prison? What's it called? Man on Fire or some shit?
What kind of prison? Because if it's a war camp, then it's unbroken.
No, it's not a war prison. Just a prison.
And then I don't know.
Like
I haven't seen it.
In like Texas or some shit.
Texas? I definitely haven't seen it.
Yeah, he plays an American man. Yeah, good movie.
I'm in prison, he says.
Maybe.
Probably at some point. You probably had to reference it at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, the doctor's he's got his specs on. These specs.
He's a great pair of little spectacles. They got like fucking like magnifying glasses and shit all over them. The good stuff.
I said in my notes, blood's fixing Woody. He's got them kind of specs on.
Oh, I love that scene, that Toy Story 2 scene.
Yeah.
Where that dude he's fixing Woody. That is just like
Seeing the bottom of his boots get polished up.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Get off your phone. You're playing stuff.
I wasn't playing stuff. I was looking at stuff. Okay. It's very, that Woody sequence. Fucking hell. That's just glorious. That's like one of those just incredibly satisfying things to watch, you know?
Yeah. Makes you feel clean after watching it. You're like, oh.
It does. And do you know what else makes me feel clean? Some lovely ads.
I knew you were going to say that.
There we go.
We're back. We're back from the ads. And I feel, for one, very clean.
I also do. Squeaky clean now.
after that whiff of, I don't know, capitalism has wafted over me, I guess.
There we go. All the better for it. Anyway, what else is going on?
The Doctor's got his specs on. The TARDIS doors get even smaller. We don't see it, but we do see the Doctor's face basically go, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't think we ever see them actually change size.
No.
Because that'd be weird, wouldn't it? It's
hard, yeah.
Yeah, much better to just cut to them, change the size, really.
Yeah, and they definitely just hung a green sheet over that portion of the TARDIS and just put it in.
No, I think they just made a smaller door.
What, inside the TARDIS set?
Yeah, you can just replace it.
Well, like take the actual door bit off and then just put a
because
wall
there's
there.
an actual, like, it's an actual wall there. They're not like fucking CG in that. As you can tell, that's practical.
Oh, he does get up to it a few times, I guess, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like sticking his hand through and everything.
We need a confidential. That's what we need. They never should have cancelled confidential. I want to know.
There wasn't confidential, but there was Doctor Who Extra, which was on at this era.
What's Doctor Who Extra?
It's like the YouTube version of it. It's like 15 minutes or some shit.
Any meat to it? Any good episodes of it?
Like, yeah, I guess.
I've never heard of it. I'm curious.
It's fine. It's not confidential. It's like...
I want confidential back. I mean, it is technically back, I guess, in Unleashed. But it's not the same. It's actually better, I think. I like Stephen Powell. Anyway, yes, the Doctor's like, oh shit, the doors are even smaller. Meanwhile, Clara's checking out a memorial wall, and she gets catcalled by some pricks.
She don't get catcalled. She gets accosted, I would say. Like, she gets harassed straight up. Like, some guy's like, oh, cheer up, love. It might never happen. Fuck off, man.
Yes.
Oh, what a just fucking... First of all, she's looking at a fucking memorial, all right? She's looking at a place where people have laid flowers for the dead, all right? And you think it's a good idea to say to her, oh, cheer up. Might never happen. Fuck off, you insane cunt.
He does get his mate. Well, he's community service person. Like, is one of whoever he's with. They call him out for it. They're like, "Fucking, come on, man."
Yeah. I think it's Rigsy who just immediately calls him out on it. It's like, "Hey, idiot! All right, it's a fucking memorial. What do you expect?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, love. Didn't mean nothing by it."
Is it worse to double down with the love? Still, like to be like, oh, sorry, love, didn't realise.
No, you're a London cunt. You don't know. Love's just a saying. That's just what you call people. You know.
Yeah, but if you're following up with cheer up, have a smile, it might never happen. That feels weird.
No, love's not like a conscious thing though. It's not intentional. It's just like second nature. You know.
Oh, okay. So that was a genuine apology.
It's like calling someone mate. You know.
All right, mate.
Yeah.
Cheer up.
Yeah. All right, love. You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't even think about it.
Okay. So you're saying everything this man did is justified and okay then because of that?
100%.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So this graffiti bloke, what was his name? I've wrote him down as graffiti bloke in all my notes.
Rigsy?
Yeah, Rigsy. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. His name's Rigsy Lawrence. Put some respect on his name.
Sorry, Rigsy. Right? He's the one good guy out of that bunch as well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. Maybe he'll come back one day. Who knows?
Oh, really?
Let's not talk about it.
Oh no. Okay, all right, sure. So yeah, he tells Clara that he does graffiti. He comes over and is like basically like, sorry for my fucking prick person that I'm with over there. Right? He's a knob. Anyway, I do some graffiti. I'm doing community service. You know, just graffiti, not murdering or anything. I don't think anyone thought it was murder. You don't get community service for murdering someone.
If you do, that'd be like pretty sick, to be honest. I'd do some community server for a bit of murder, you know?
Yeah, server for murder.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
I'd do community service for a bit of murder.
No, you played it off. It was nice. It rhymed.
Sick.
Throw that on the EP, I reckon. Slap a beat under it. You've got a fourth track in there.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, look, I'd get away with it. I would love to fucking...
We haven't got a third track. Or maybe the extended Weirdo of the Week. Maybe
Is there an extended?
I'll do a full Weirdo of the Week rap, That's just, like when there's like a TV show theme song and you only ever hear like the first verse of it because that's what plays. Like there's a whole bit afterwards that you've never heard.
Like the full Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it gets past the first chorus and everyone's like,
I love it whenever like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came on in the club because for the first verse, everyone was so excited.
Yeah.
And then you could hear the volume level drop once you got to the second verse.
It's a mark of a bad DJ that doesn't know when to spin off after the first chorus of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What, the show or the tune?
Both.
I don't think I've ever seen the show.
You ever seen the show?
No, I don't think so. No, I've seen like an episode here and there, but I've never watched the show. No.
Carlton?
I like his dance, his famous dance moves.
This is as loud as it goes, by the way. I don't know why that is.
Why is it so quiet?
I don't know. But that's just as loud as it goes for some reason.
I'll boost this in post, but it's comically quiet for us.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, where I spending most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and I was shooting some b-ball outside the school when a couple of guys that were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You move with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air." See, this is where I They gave me a ticket and Walkman on and said I might as well kick it first class. Yo, this is bad, drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass.
You know more than anyone else has ever known.
I know it all. I used to. Cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and
a dice in the mirror.
Oh, you know that part.
Yeah, I know that bit.
Nah, forget it. Your home's to Bel-Air.
I think that bit is in the theme song.
Yeah,
I think
that bit is.
Yeah, they cut around it, didn't they?
Yeah. Up to a house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cab, "Your home, smell you later."
So many people clicked on this episode of Still Got Legs and were not expecting a sing-along episode of so many songs.
Oh!
No, we have to play it now.
Now it's got louder. I don't know why that is. Anyway, yeah, maybe one day we'll do it. Fuck! Stop! Maybe one day we'll do a full musical episode of Still Got Legs.
Oh, I'd love that. Wouldn't you love if Doctor Who did a full musical episode?
Lawrence, we'll talk about that next year.
Okay. Oh, all right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What's going on? So, yeah, this guy's like, I didn't murder anyone. Clara's like, all right, dude, no worries.
All right. I think you did now.
Yes, yeah, I weren't thinking you did, but sure.
Yeah.
So Clara heads back to the Doctor, and obviously now the TARDIS is a tiny little TARDIS.
It's a little box. It's a little fucking model, and the Doctor is in the box.
Yes.
As well.
His fucking little face in that box is really funny.
He's poking his little face through. It's very cute.
It's cute. He's like, it's not cute, Clara.
Yes.
He can't take off. He tells Clara to essentially pick the TARDIS up and go investigate whatever's causing all this.
Well, Clara asks if it's more shrink ray stuff and if he's tiny in there, but he explains that no, he's exactly the same size. The TARDIS is still the same size inside. It's just the outside has got much smaller, basically. Yeah. So he's not a little Doctor in a little box. Okay.
He's a normal sized Doctor.
He's
in
a
very
normal
small...
sized Doctor. Okay. It's just that the box has gone little. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So then he sticks his hand out. I need you to explain this to me. Maybe I'm too innocent-minded, Nathan. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the Doctor sticks his hand out, has a little wiggle of his fingers, and Clara goes, "Don't do that. It's just, it's just wrong, isn't it?" Is it? Is there like innuendo there?
No, I don't think there was any innuendo there. No.
So what was Clara like? Ugh, don't do that.
It was just a weird little hand movement, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, so it wasn't like a.
I don't think it's supposed to be anything untoward or anything.
Right.
Like
okay. Because I was looking for it. Like, I really don't get what that would be.
No, I don't think it's anything like that.
Okay. So
I don't know. I don't know what the intention was, but I'd never taken it like that.
All right. Good. Okay. I'm not that innocent. Clearly, I didn't miss something great.
I'm not that innocent. What's that?
It's not innocent. I'm not.
It is innocent.
Is it? It's Britney Spears.
I think it's Britney Spears. Yeah, Britney's coming to my mind as well.
I'm not
that innocent.
Is it Oh Baby Baby?
No, it's not Baby Baby. Or maybe it is Oh Baby Baby.
I think
Oh Baby Baby, I wasn't supposed to know.
No, we're pulling the lyrics up. I've got to find out right now.
Oh baby, baby, I should have let you go. I must confess, in my loneliness, it's killing me now. Don't you know I still believe?
It's a Trucker cover.
If you weren't here and give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time.
I don't even find where it says I'm not that innocent.
Oh my god, man. You're fucking horrible at Googling shit.
Innocent.
Britney Spears, I'm not that innocent. It's Oops, I Did It Again.
That's why I can't find it.
Yeah. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby.
I think I'm in love. But I'm sent from above.
Don't you know I still believe?
We're on wildly different parts.
Yeah, good stuff.
This is really not the episode to have launched the Patreon alongside, is it?
No, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, is it? Us singing Britney Spears.
That's what the people want.
All right. Well, I can't argue with that. Clara gets doctored up, Nathan. The doctor hands her the psychic paper and the sonic, and Clara sticks him in the TARDIS in her pocket and sticks in a little earpiece. So now the doctor can see what she sees and they can chat to each other through a neural link or some nonsense.
Not in a pocket, it's in her bag.
Oh, her bag. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it puts it in her bag. It'd be weird if it was in her pocket. And yeah, he hands her the sonic screwdriver, hands her the psychic paper. She's like, oh, bloody hell, this is an honor. Does that mean I'm you now then? Am I the doctor? And he's like, hey, watch it, all right?
Turn that in immediately. None of this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. Don't get any ideas. And then, he puts an earpiece in, and then that means he can look through her eyes. Sure, why not, I guess.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
It's just briefly explained. Nanotech, don't worry about it, whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, and then she's off. She's off and about. She's off into town once again.
And as soon as she gets into town, I love this. So much of this episode, by the way, is Peter Capaldi's one-liners just through a little fuzzy earpiece, and it just really catch you in the right way. That's really funny. One of them being, what's his face called again? Graffiti Man?
Riggsy.
There we go. He comes over, and the doctor is instantly like, "Go on, get rid of him. No time for this." Like, just like, fuck, who's this guy? Fuck him off. Right? We're dealing with stuff.
Yeah. No time to fraternize.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Yeah. And then Clara says even though she's already met this guy, she introduces herself to him. And she says, I'm the doctor. And then the doctor's like, don't you dare.
She brandiges the Sonic.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, Dr. Oswald, but you can call me Clara, she says. Yeah. And the doctor's like, Riggsy says, what are you the doctor of? And the doctor in the TARDIS just goes, of lies.
The doctor of lies.
He says. And she's poking a bit of fun. She's saying like, well, I'm usually quite vague about that. You know, I think I just picked the title because it makes me sound important, basically. Bit of fun. They're having a bit of banter.
Yeah, I like this back and forth. And I also like that, like, as a setup for the episode as well, I really like how, like, well, I guess we'll talk about it in a little while, right? But the doctor's acceptance of Clara essentially warming to the role of the doctor. Like, it's an interesting, it starts off as a little joke, a little back and forth, but it does become actually quite interesting to talk about.
I mean, she does fully embody the role of the doctor for this episode. Yeah. She is fully taking on the role and the responsibility of him. So it's a good little dynamic, really.
It's a fun thing to do. It's like I wouldn't even call this necessarily a Doctor Light episode because he's in it.
No, he's in it. He's in it all the way through.
Yeah. But he definitely takes a backseat, and it's a really interesting way of putting Clara in the forefront, I think.
He's in the TARDIS with his 3 haircuts.
Yes, I do. Yes. I never normally notice shit like this, but I was like, hang on a fucking minute.
Yeah.
It's so drastic. Whenever they like buzz it right down, I'm like, grow it. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's 3 different lengths in this episode.
Yeah. Oh, fucking ridiculous.
Good for him, though.
So Clara's off to some room, essentially, some room in a council estate flat. I
A
believe it is.
room?
A room.
I think you'll find this is the same room as earlier, Lawrence.
It is with the man who was like, I figured it all out.
Yeah, the fucking grass.
Yeah, the snake. Yeah,
The snake in the grass, yeah.
So she starts sonicking all around the I presume she's just getting readings for the doctor, but it is quite fun to see Clara just like, hope this is doing something with the sonic,
Yeah,
just
maybe.
scanning it about.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So the doctor wants this boy to like fuck off immediately, and he's like, not. What does he call? What does he call him? He says something.
Riggsy says something quite useful. He says like, we can go like check out the flat where he fucking died or some shit. And then the doctor's like, actually keep this guy around. It could be useful. Local knowledge, basically.
Yes.
Local knowledge is what he calls him.
Local knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what he is. I guess just down to his bare usefulness. But yeah, I do quite like this. It's fun of Clara having a little kind of inquisitive back and forth. This guy, Riggsy's muttering to himself in the back, like maybe he's still in the room. And suddenly the doctor's immediately like, this guy's well useful, Clara. What are you trying to suck him off for? This guy's great and we should have kept him around.
She's trying to suck him off?
Sacked him off.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
I am 100% sure you said, what are you trying to suck him off for?
I did not say that.
I'll listen back to it, man, because that's what I fucking heard.
All right. I'm glad to be 100% correct. I know what I said.
That's why I had such a visceral reaction to it. I was like, Jesus, all right.
Why would I have said that?
That was what I was wondering.
I did not say that. I said sacked. Sacked him off. It's left a dirty taste in the mouth now.
Yeah.
I didn't even say it. But yeah, anyway, so Rigsby tries to leave, and Clara kind of like essentially pulls him back and says, I'm just going to show you the doctor in the TARDIS, basically. Great little line with the bigger on the inside. That's never been truer, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah, they put the TARDIS on the little mantelpiece. And the doctor just posing by the console. He's doing a little pose, which I enjoy. Yeah.
He hits the hand on the hip, then he's like, hello.
He's serving. He's serving cunt, as they say. I think that's what they say.
That's definitely what the kids say,
yeah. Yeah, as the doors open, which is good stuff. By the way, I like the doctor's look this episode. It's just back in his normal, general outfit, which we haven't seen for quite a few episodes, really. So it's nice to just go back to basics, I think, for a little bit.
It's his signature look. I'd imagine it's his signature look.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it looks good. It suits him really well, especially later on when he really gets to stand empowered in it as well. It looks great.
It's a very good look. Good look. Anyway, yes, what's all this? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Fucking nothing of importance.
Bro's whizzing through.
When does the police officer come in? That's basically now, isn't it?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, so the police officer comes in and they walk into the crime scene room or whatever, and then just handed them a psychic paper and she's like, MA5, bloody hell, we didn't get lost around here, mate.
Bloody MI5.
Bloody MA5, bloody hell, what will they think of next, Bloody hell. Pretty amazing, isn't it? What will they think of next? Not around here, mate, all right?
But yeah, so Clara's pretending to be MI5. The doctor passes her like a big fucking... I didn't know the word for this, right? Is it like a big hammer or like a long-handled mallet situation?
Yeah, like a mallet, I would say. Just a big mallet.
But it's like the handle of an axe and the head of a mallet. It's weird.
I think it's just a mallet.
But normally mallets are like... Ten had a mallet and he whacked the TARDIS with it all the time. That's how small a mallet is.
You can have a handheld mallet. You can have a long mallet.
Okay.
The mallet isn't the handle. The mallet's what's at the end of it. The mallet's the banging thing.
Right. I could technically jimmy together a gun that fired a mallet end at someone, but that would still be a mallet.
But I don't think you could.
I'm just trying to figure out the parameters of what a mallet is.
That would be a gun.
It doesn't shoot anyone. It just fires a little mallet at them.
But it's still a gun. All right.
Your Honor, Nathan said it was a mallet. I promise.
It's still a fucking gun. If you shoot someone with a gun, you're like, oh, it's not a gun, it's a bullet. You know?
Yeah, my gun didn't kill him. What you got a problem with?
It was the bullet. You fucking idiot.
So yeah, they're in the walls basically. So Clara starts fucking swinging.
Wow, all right, you are jumping ahead.
Well, I'm jumping because we're getting to the policewoman stuff. That's what you wanted to skip to, right?
Yeah, well, the policewoman gets a call and then goes into the next room.
Yeah.
Like saying MI5 are here, and that's where she gets taken by the fucking thing. She gets killed. And then and it was really cool the way, like, her, like, it takes them a little bit to figure this out, but her body is kind of, like, put on the wall as, like a sort of, like, almost like painting of, like, the human nervous system, basically. Yeah. And looks, like, really, like, intricate and detailed and stuff, and just, like, quite creepy, really. Yeah. And that's how the Doctor, like, figures it out, basically.
I really like it. Well, firstly, because we know that something's gone wrong.
You skipped through so much then, by the way. Like, so much.
What? You
skipped through so much.
I did not too much.
You did. Like, there was so much to talk about. Yeah.
I want to talk about this stuff, right? I was getting to this stuff.
But you said the swinging bit, which is ages away.
No, swinging on the walls. No, I wasn't saying she was swinging up and down on the chair. I was saying she was swinging at the wall with the mallet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because you were like, you skipped ahead. I was like, that's my next note. What did I do?
That's what I thought. When you said swinging, I thought that you was skipping away to that part.
Oh, no. There's two. I guess my mistake. There's two swinging bits, I guess.
I will say, yeah, it is quite fun the way she just has the mallet when the Doctor hands it through the TARDIS doors. That was quite fun.
I really fucking like this. The nervous system stuff you were saying is so interesting. This is what I love, like, visually about this episode, right? Like the creepy crawly carpet essentially just like draining this woman. Like, and she kind of like fucking melts into it, like smushed and flattened into it. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's also like it's kind of scary. And like I think it's been like, I don't know, maybe
been 1 week since you looked at me.
More hits for the album. Stop! Get off your phone! Stop playing shit!
I wasn't on my phone.
You fucking were.
I wasn't on my phone.
You are incapable of not going on your phone during a recording.
No, I'm not. You know I get fidgety.
Yeah, but you don't need to fidget with something is fine. Scrolling on your phone and not paying attention is not fine.
I am paying attention. I heard everything you said, and I'm talking to you about those things as well.
All right, so look, I like this. I think it's not been a while since a Doctor Who villain has like creeped me out, but this like visually looks fucking like terrifying. Like when you look at this, you go, that would be a horrible way to fucking die.
It's a really interesting like fucking villain, and the way they operate and stuff is quite interesting. This is like a smidge later, but like when Clara and Rigsy come into the room and they like figure out what's going on. The way they're like backing up, and then the couch gets taken. Yeah, the couch just like kind of crumbles down and gets like pulled into the wall, like piece by piece. Oh, it's so creepy, but like really, really cool and intricate and stuff.
It's like it's really well done as well. Like it's one of them rare instances where like even if the CGI does look a little bit hokey, which I don't think it does, but even if it did look a little bit hokey in places, it kind of sells it more.
I don't think it does look hokey at all.
No, I think it looks kind of clean. I think like. Even like later on when they become like kind of a 3D physical threat, the fact that it does look a little bit janky in places adds to that uncanny feeling.
Yeah,
like it 100%. Works. Yeah. But anyway, so Clara bursts in and essentially, like you said earlier, she kind of starts scanning the room, and it's the weird kind of mural on the wall that is actually a nervous system that kind of ticks it off.
Yes.
And they realize as well that the flat that they were in before. It was the same thing. That kind of bumpy wall was actually just like flesh.
Skin, yeah. Gross.
Rank shit, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Do you know, like in Edinburgh, I want to say, there's those like famous serial killers. I think they were serial killers, Burke and Hare.
Yes. Yeah.
They have like a museum in Edinburgh, and they have like I think it's supposed to be like a book like of their victims or something, like detailing their victims and stuff, and that's made out of skin.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. A skin book. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Fun fact. I remember one of the first times I went to the cinema by myself. Right, not by myself, probably like with a mate or something, but like without a parent.
Did you go see Burke and Hare, the movie?
I went to go see Burke and Hare, right, because I saw Simon Pegg in it in the trailer, and I was like,
he was
funny
Burke
guy
and or Hare.
Yeah, no, but I was like, this is a fun guy. I reckon this will be a fun comedy as a dumb fucking kid.
Yeah,
I walked into it, and maybe it's amazing. I've never rewatched it. As a kid, when you're expecting a comedy, that's the most boring movie ever made. I can promise you that.
I mean, it's not well remembered. I've never seen it personally, but it's never really mentioned as one of Simon Pegg's great comedies.
No.
So
the material's not there, I guess, for the amusing factor, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a great scene. The second they realize that, the doctor says, like, whatever it is, whatever is going on, they're experimenting with 3 dimensions. And then this is when it gets a little bit creepy and ominous, right? They start flattening the door handle, which is
door handle's gone.
Yeah, which is the first little thing, because throughout this episode there is a kind of like little subplot of like, are they trying to kill us or are they trying to communicate with us? But like, it's the flattening the door handle is the first pretty tell-all sign that's like, you're not getting out of this. Like
maybe they don't know. They don't know what a door handle is. They don't know how useful it is. They don't know our world. You know.
I know, but that's what I like about it. It's ambiguous enough, but it gives you a little breadcrumb to go, maybe they're not, nice people, nice little 2D boys.
Maybe you're not nice people.
I'm a nice person. I don't flatten door handles.
Speaking of not nice people, Clara gets a phone call. All right.
Fuck's sake. This is outrageous.
Clara gets a phone call from Danny. He's like, hey, I've saved our bench for us. Are you on your way? Dickhead, man.
No, nice thing that they agreed on, but sure.
Dickhead. And then Clara, she's caught it up. She's lying again. She's lying her pants off.
Yeah.
And I think some commotion happens, while she's on the call. They get in the swing chair, okay, and they're all bobbing about and stuff, and then they like just some noises that are made by Clara. I feel like we're
enthusiastic grunts.
Yes, I think we're supposed to imply it's of a sexual nature, and hey, just lends more credence to the affair, really.
It does.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this what you're saying is indefensible?
Not necessarily. This is pretty gross to do.
No.
Right? To lie to someone outright, your partner, that like you were like, oh, but I'm not in any danger, don't worry about it. But anyway, bye, see ya.
Yeah, but again, none of his business.
Yes, his business.
No, it's not though.
It is. You are crazy. Everyone thinks you're wrong about this, by the way.
I don't care. But you see, I don't like thinking that I understand it, okay, but yes. Why is it his business? Okay,
because they're together. You share your life with someone.
Yeah, but I doesn't sit right with me because it feels like it. Because to me, it feels like he wants to own and control her. Okay,
it's so far from controlling to ask for honesty, though.
He wants to know. I think if that honesty comes with the caveat of you can't do the things you want to do, then yeah.
But here's the thing. Last week, it was Clara's choice to sack the doctor off, right? To not be with him until she changed her mind at the end. Danny was the one on the phone call going, if you're mates with him, just be mates with him. I don't care if you do this. You're the one that's saying you don't want to do it.
No, he does care.
All right, but that's not what he's saying, and that's not what he's expressing or doing.
Well, then he's the prick.
No, it's not everything I have to go off. Maybe you've seen more, right? But judging certain people who I know have seen the whole season, their responses to you doing this and going off on Danny every week, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing context.
How is this indefensible from Clara?
Lying to your partner about a boundary you've previously discussed is gross.
It, man. Get over it. Who gives a shit?
This is what you do. You go, how is it wrong? And then I say, this is how it's wrong. And you go, who gives a fuck? Like, Danny gives a fuck.
And I don't give a fuck what happens to Danny. All right. So that's why I don't see it as indefensible because, who cares? Frankly,
if you had a partner, right, and all they did was after you expressed a thing that you felt like, hey, like, by the way, I don't mind if you do this, but if you're going to do it, I'd rather know about it.
Mm.
And then they went...
Which isn't what Danny says, by the way.
Which is. 100% is what he says.
No, he's not.
Literally is.
He doesn't want it to do it.
He says, I don't like the way he talks to you and stuff, but he's your mate, and if you want to keep doing it, I'm not going to stand in the way of it.
He's also very condescending about it as well.
All right, well, I think you're pointing out a lot of the things Danny's doing wrong while very much sugarcoating a lot of the stuff Clara does wrong too.
What's Clara doing wrong? Really?
Lying to him repeatedly about where she is, the danger that she's in, and a conversation they've had where boundaries were discussed. Yes, I'm not wrong about
But
this.
why? But I just don't see why, like...
Do you like being lied to?
What? No, I don't like being lied to.
There you go. There you go, then.
But what business is it of his?
It's the fuck. If you share a life with someone, maybe this is weirder because I'm married, right? Maybe this is just like, I don't know how to say this other than like, that just is weird to me, right? If my wife was lying to me on a daily basis, especially about something as serious as her life.
Clara's not Danny's wife.
But they're together, Nathan. It's the same fucking difference.
It's not the same fucking difference.
This is crazy. Are you telling me?
A couple who have been dating a couple of months are not the exact same thing as a husband and wife who have been together for years.
All right, no, but it's serious enough. Surely, it's serious enough that you'd share your business and life with someone.
Not really. They're not living together. This
is genuine. You keep hanging on to this like that's the sanctity of everything. Like that doesn't mean anything.
It's not that serious.
I get the impression it's serious.
I don't. This is little more than a fling to me.
A fling.
Yeah,
They're
really is.
Together, Nathan.
How? And what evidence have we seen of that?
Hi, this is my boyfriend Danny.
Great.
Together, not a fling.
You can say that after a fucking week of dating someone.
Oh, right? You're clutching at nothing, man.
You're clutching at nothing. You're clutching at no evidence of them actually being a serious couple.
Apart from all the times they've said they're a serious couple, and Clara feels bad about lying to him, and Danny has serious conversations with her, and they consider him. They consider one another while making their decisions.
I just think there's like fucking nothing to suggest that.
This is, I genuinely think you've turned your blinders on to this. Because I cannot.
I can't turn my blinders onto anything. I can't believe you like Danny.
I don't like. This is the thing. I don't even like Danny. I'm just able to admit that Clara is by far more in the wrong than he is.
How?
The episode's going out of their way to be like Clara's in the wrong. By the way.
Do you have anything other than she lied?
Well, no, because the crux of everything she's doing is lying. But like, if you want to break it down in the stuff that she's lying about, yeah, if my wife was walking around being like, oh, I'm not in danger, by the way, I'm not in space, by the way, I'm not getting shot at on a daily basis, by the way, I'd have a pretty big issue there if that turned out to be not true.
See, first of all, that I can understand. Because you're married and she is your wife, okay?
Yeah.
That is not, you are no way do you and your partner have the same relationship that Clara and Danny do, okay?
I should hope not.
Nowhere near fucking close.
All right, yes, but then I would feel the same if we had been like together for a couple of months and I was being lied to about that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that ends relationships, big lies like that.
Big lies?
Nathan, she's traveling through fucking time and space. It's about the biggest lie you can tell.
And yeah, but what business is that of Danny? I know we've already had this conversation in previous, but I just do not understand. Why is that something he is owed? Why does he feel that part of her life he can take and control? That's what I don't like about it. I don't like that he demands this information from her. I don't like that he demands to know this part of her life, which was there long before she even fucking met him. And frankly, has absolutely fuck all to do with him. Why is he owed that?
Because if you're together with someone and you share a life with someone, you don't get to choose what parts you share and what you don't. You're sharing a life. You share your entire person with them.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna fucking die alone because I don't like that. All right,
but that's don't like that. It's sharing. You can't just you can choose to go and have your hobbies and stuff, but like people are allowed opinions on things that you do when you share your life with them.
I don't think you need to share literally everything.
All right, no, but again, it's not literally it's not a Pilates class I do every other week, is it? It's traveling through fucking time and space where I might die on a planet and you never see me again. That's not nothing.
But
is it nothing? No,
it's not. But it's also none of his business. This is what I just don't understand. I just don't like that he feels he's owed this information. I don't like that he feels this is something he has an inherent right to and something he can take away from her and control.
He doesn't want to take it away from her.
What business is it of his?
I don't think he wants to take it away from her. I think he just wants her to be honest about it and say, I'm doing this, by the way, which again, last week was what he said to her. Like, by the way, just do what you do.
He never said do what you do.
All right, no, but not in those words. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, right? But he did say, it sounds like you're having a good time with him. Why don't you just fucking carry on traveling with him?
He never said that.
He literally says that when she's in her little silk jammies in the bed.
No, he does. He doesn't say, why don't you just carry on traveling with him?
All right, but something to the effect of, why are you giving this up if you like it?
I don't think that's what he said.
He definitely says something to that effect. Because I wrote it down. I remember it.
All right,
I don't understand why you like.
I don't understand why you're so fucking Clara's a bitch and fucking is horrible for this.
Firstly, didn't say either of those two things.
No, you didn't. That's fair. All right, but I don't understand why you're being so fucking like just
because lying to someone is wrong. Lying to your partner is wrong.
Yeah, but fucking hell. But like.
It's narratively interesting, but I can't say
cares?
Danny's wrong for this because he's not. He's just not. If I lied to you, right, how would that be your fault?
I'm not saying it's Danny's fault.
But you're blaming him for having an opinion on it.
I'm blaming him for feeling that he's owed this information. I'm blaming him for feeling that this is something he can control and take away from Clara. Okay?
That's what Frankly, I don't get.
I don't see it as any of his fucking business. All right?
I know you don't.
Even if they're in a relationship, I don't care. I don't... Look, yeah, I'm fucking hell. I'm not in a relationship. Spoiler alert. Okay, maybe I will fucking die alone. Okay, but I don't fucking feel. I don't think. And if I think this way, maybe this is fucking telling about me. But like, I just don't think that you need to fucking share literally everything in a fucking relationship. Like the fact that like, if like fucking I don't know, if you're talking to your friend. And they tell you something about them, they tell you a private fucking secret, are you then obligated to share that with your partner?
No, of course not.
It's fuck all to do with them. It's my friend's secret,
no,
okay?
That's not what I'm saying. But there is a difference. There is, it comes down to the two things of, you can share.
Where's the line?
You don't have to share something with, you don't have to share everything, but you have to be honest about what you're doing. Like,
why?
It's the same, like if we were playing a little game, right? And you said to me, here's a deep, dark secret. I want you to keep this between us. I wouldn't go and tell my wife that secret, but what I would do is go, I was playing a game with Nathan earlier. We were just having a chat.
All right.
Because that's what I was doing.
Like, yeah, I guess. But like, why is it relevant though? Because that's what I don't get. I don't get why that one piece of information. I don't get why somehow your location at all times is the one thing that needs to be constantly updated. Like, is he going to fucking ask for her to fucking share her? Is he going to put a fucking air tag on her?
No.
Is he going to fucking demand that she shares her location on her phone at all times?
I think there's a difference between like going down the high street and going to another planet and getting shot. Like,
you keep bringing up getting shot.
She gets gunshot at most episodes, or at least the threat of death.
The episodes we see, but like most adventures, they're just fun, whimsical shit, you know?
I have to think that's not true.
We see the adventures, you know? We see the dangerous Doctor Who episodes, but like the ones in between, it's all just whimsy and fun and whatever.
I would want to know if my wife was going out doing stuff that even resulted in a 1% chance of her maybe dying. I would want to know that was a possibility.
All right, Batman.
I would. I genuinely, like, I know you're never going to come around to my way of thinking on this, right? But I just cannot see Danny in the wrong in this scenario.
No, for you, I understand that.
Yeah.
But Danny's not Clara's fucking husband. They're not married. They haven't been together almost fucking 10 years or whatever, you know?
Yeah, you were really trying to remember the date then.
I don't know where the fuck you are.
But no, all right, look, let's move on anyway, because I think we've done this in about 4 episodes now, where we've just lost our minds about this.
I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't like it. And I don't understand. Like, yeah, Clara's wrong for lying. Yeah. But, like, is it that deep, though, really, at the end of the day? Is it that deep?
I think so, yeah.
I don't.
Well, then we draw a line there.
It's a little white lie at best, man.
So a white lie is fucking nuts.
How is that nuts?
That's nuts.
It's not nuts. It's a little white lie at best.
A white lie is, I put the washing out earlier when you didn't. Not, I travel through time and fucking space.
Like, he already knows she travels through time and space.
Yes, but he currently is thinking that she doesn't.
And maybe he should examine why that is. Why does Clara feel like she needs to lie to him in the first place, okay? Let's unpack that fucking box, all right?
Okay, sure, go for it.
What do you think that is, all right? Because he's a controlling and manipulative prick, all right?
Okay, all right, fine. Anyway, I don't even know where the fuck our notes are now.
They swing through the window and smash through it on the chair.
That's it, right. Well, I like it straight away because Clara fumbles it on the phone, basically. The lie that she does tell Danny is like, it's very... There's something going on, obviously, because she's trying to escape through the fucking window.
Yeah.
And make all
it's
those
poor
weird...
timing, really.
Yeah, I mean, but why she answered the phone is beyond me, to be honest.
Yeah, because she's a good person.
Okay, fine, sure. But yeah, so Clara reckons that Danny's like totally fine with it, and her reasoning is he has to be totally fine with it because he doesn't actually technically know about it, which is some reasoning, I would say. Logically sound, but maybe ethically questionable.
And the doctor says, "Congratulations, lying is a vital survival skill." To them.
Yeah. He's what do you think he's feeling about this? Because we had the conversation they had at the end of the episode last week.
I don't really know, to be honest. I'd say pride.
Pride. Well, he's happy.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. So the weird little community service people, they are, but by the time they get all back around there, they're starting to paint over the mural. They're starting to paint over like this nothing unusual about it, totally inconspicuous mural of people with their backs turned.
Yeah.
Which is obviously gross. And he's like, oh, if the council didn't fucking sanction it, then it's gonna go.
Oh, he's such a cunt, this guy.
He's a major prick, isn't he?
He's just such a cunt at every fucking turn.
Yeah. But as we've just found out, these are obviously likely fucking 2D people. Clara tries to pull a little health and safety with the psychic paper, but it doesn't. Do you know why it doesn't work? I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah. It says it straight away. The doctor says it immediately.
What does he say?
He says it takes quite a lack of imagination to beat psychic paper.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Basically, there's nothing going on in this guy's brain. Okay.
It's like this guy's such a dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah, no imagination, no creativity, just a blank fucking slate up there, you know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I
do like the look on the doctor's face when, like, the guy says, like, it doesn't work, is, like, dumbfounded by it. He's like, hold the fuck up, man. What's going on here?
This might be the dumbest cunt in time and space. He's certainly the biggest prick. But obviously the murals that are being currently painted over are actually the real people, the real missing people. And yeah, they're basically they start killing the dude.
Yeah,
essentially. The doctor's very excited. I like that he's like, they're wearing the dead like camouflage. Like, this is a real creepy villain to do this kind of shit, I think.
It really is. Yeah. And really interesting how it like moves about and stuff and works. And one of them gets sucked in. One of them gets turned into the wall painting. I think he was called Stan, I think. And he becomes a wall painting too. And that's what like wakes the others up to it. They're like, what are you fucking talking about? As people often are in Doctor Who. They're like, there ain't no danger here. And then the danger happens and then like, oh, there is danger here actually. Yeah. Okay, maybe we should run then. You know?
I like that. I always like it when a prick is immediately proved wrong by something.
Yeah.
So
anyway, off they go for a run.
Yes.
They go running. And then they run to like some rail yard, little shed or some shit.
Yeah. This next conversation is one that I really like, right? Because the doctor
What
essentially...
conversation is that then?
Well, it's the conversation where the
is
doctor
it about
starts...
Danny?
No,
your
it's
favorite character.
It's not about Danny.
You love Danny.
I don't love Danny. Danny's just a fine, normal bloke.
You're wearing that t-shirt with a heart and Danny's face in the middle of it.
At least I'm wearing a t-shirt, is all I'll say.
Can't man be comfortable in his own home?
I can cut it. It was just there. I had to take it. I'm not wearing a Danny thing. No, don't cover me up. I want to see you.
No, you lost camera privilege.
No, you're not going to stay there the whole fucking hour left, are you?
We'll see. You lost camera privileges.
I don't think you could just turn it off, but you're being that petty that you've covered it with your thumb.
Yep. I've not covered it with my thumb. I've closed the shutter.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Nathan's got me covered up. All right. So I really, really like this scene with the doctor, essentially doctor coaching Clara, right? He says, this is the part where the group is confused and a leader will emerge. You need to make sure it's you. And
she needs to be the doctor.
Yeah, essentially, she has to be the fucking doctor. And this fucking, she's like, right, you go over there and have a little look, find out where the exits are or whatever. She starts ordering around immediately. But this fucking, this prick, this little bootlicker fucking community service cunt, right? Yeah. He immediately doesn't go along with it. You know, he's like, fucking, who are you to be calling all these shots? And Clara gets to pull a traditional doctor move out. Where she basically gets close to his ear and is like, I'm the one chance you've got at staying alive. And even 12 himself is pretty impressed.
I think 12 is pretty turned on, to be honest.
I think he watches that
and is like, Jesus Christ, I am aroused. And let me tell you, he's not the only one. All right?
He's not. Okay.
Yeah. Good on him, I reckon.
Good on him. I like this, right? I like Clara kind of goes to the side. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily calling the doctor out, but it's more like, I guess calls him on some behavior, right? Clara says, like, essentially, what's next? I'm worried about one of them fucking dying, essentially. What do I do? And the doctor, Clara essentially says, lie to them. That's what you would do, right? And I don't know if, like, how the doctor feels about it. He kind of, like, he seems a little bit, like, shocked that she thinks that of him. What did you reckon?
Not really.
You don't think so?
I don't really get that sense, no.
I think he explains it away. Like, he's saying, like, people with hope run faster, right? And people who know they're doomed to dawdle about. And I don't know. I got the sense that when he's saying it, I feel like he knows that this is true, but he doesn't like that he thinks about it in this way. Like, it's because this is kind of new.
He does say, so that's what I sound like. When she,
that's the line that got me thinking it. Yeah,
when she finishes off, like, they end up dead if you dawdle or whatever.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's like having some moral crisis over that. Really.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. I just thought there was, because this is still a fairly new approach to the Doctor. Anyway, I know we're the better half of a season in, but like it is still a different kind of cold and logical approach to being the Doctor, whereas previous incarnations have obviously like favored a more like empathetic kind of approach to it, which is, I don't know, I just thought it a little bit interesting. I like to see him kind of have what he sounds like thrown back at him a little bit, and how he examines that I think is always quite interesting.
I think what is interesting is Clara asks the doctor says we need to find a way to communicate with them, with this like creature, this flat creature, whatever it is. And Clara just asks, why can't we just use the TARDIS to translate whatever they're saying? And he says, because their idea of language is just as bizarre as their idea of space. You know, it's confused. They don't necessarily have a language. They just like, they're paintings who just like move through paintings and stuff. It's not, they don't have a language that physically can be translated, which is quite interesting, really. It's
very interesting. It reminded me of fucking Arrival, you know, when they have to like spend fucking months figuring out like, what does this fucking mean? Like,
I loves Arrival.
I like Arrival. You'd seen it way before I had, and I finally watched it and was like, holy shit, this is great.
When did you watch it?
You what?
When did you watch it?
Not too long ago, a couple of years ago for the first time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out. I went to see it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was fucking sick. It was great.
I mean, it is great. It's a very good movie.
I've been telling you for years. Yeah, I bet that was another thing where I was like, you should watch Arrival, and you'd be like, no. Why would I want to watch Hawkeye team up with Amy Adams?
It was Jeremy Renner that put me off.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I just don't find him that interesting as an actor. I find he's a bit boring. And he is the most boring part of that movie, I think. But, yeah. Anyway, is this the bit where the Doctor's like, I fucking where the community service prick. He's like, how do you know they even fucking want to talk to us? They're monsters or whatever. And the doctor's like, I knew a bunch of stomachs that disemboweled people or something. Is that this bit?
I know a race made of sentient gas who throw fireballs as a friendly wave. I know another race with 64 stomachs who talk to each other by disemboweling. And then Clara says he's got a hunch.
Yeah, that just sums it up nicely.
Yes.
It's fun that even though the doctor's not here, we still get his little doctor inserts like that, which is nice. Can I see you again? It's really weird that I can't see you. Turn your camera back on. Thank you. No, let me see. You've half put it on. It's split down half of his face. When do I get the rest back? When do I get the other 50%?
Maybe never.
Oh, no. It's weird. I was just talking into a black screen. It felt weird. It felt too strange.
Well, don't be rude then.
All right. I'm sorry. I won't be rude again. I'm very sorry.
Good.
Thank you. So Clara starts scanning out the tannoy system thing. They start sending numbers back. And this is again more of that kind of ambiguous stuff that's really interesting, right? They send the number like what translates to essentially 55.
55.
Yeah. This was the bloke at the mural that's now dead.
Yeah, there was a number on his jacket or whatever.
Yeah, and they're taking minutes to figure that out. And they're like, oh, they're gloating. They're taking the piss. They're like, we killed your mate or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And there is an element of doubt in the air. Everyone's like, no, fucking, it may not be that. It may be something completely imperceptible. We have no idea.
It could be an apology for all we know.
Yeah, exactly. And then what does kind of turn the tide a little bit is they send over 22, which is the jacket number of someone who's very much still alive.
That is the number of George.
Yeah. And George is still kicking. So now immediately they're like, now they're threatening us.
Yeah.
And he's not, look, he's a cunt, but he's not wrong. They are threatening them.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like to admit it, but he's correct.
Oh, we don't need to give him any credit.
Yeah.
He's a cunt.
He is a cunt, yeah.
I'll kill him.
I will kill him. I wish it bothers me that he's alive still at the end of this episode.
Oh man, that's life.
Yeah. Very grating. He's such a fucking, I've wrote down, he's such a pessimist and a prick to be around. You can imagine like the fucking, because doesn't someone say to him like, of course that's the way you would fucking see it, because everyone's out to get you, aren't they? Like,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think someone says that to him at some point, and he's like,
yeah, I think Riggsy says it to him.
Yes, and he's like,
when I say that, I mean I know he does because I'm reading it in the script, right?
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Anyway, he's a prick. Anyway, he's a massive cunt.
Yeah.
What do you know?
They're in that tunnel.
They're in the tunnel. They're in the little tunnel.
The famous tunnel. The tunnel from Doctor Who and Sherlock.
Oh, is this this is probably the Hath tunnel? The little
yes. Doctor's daughter tunnel. Yes.
Doctor Who's nice little tunnel.
So it'll always come up. It's always showing up.
I don't want to skip over the Doctor's cool dope desk. Is this his dope desk reveal?
Yeah, it's probably the first time we've seen it. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, he's working on something. He's doing a little tinker. He is. It's
a little hovel office under the console, and it's maybe the most interesting this space has been used for.
It's a little workbench.
Yeah, I think it's great. It looks sick.
Yeah.
He's got it. It's like it's not even on the main console. It's like it's just underneath it. It's not. It looks all right. I like this TARDIS quite a lot.
I told you.
It's nice. One. It's inventive, isn't it?
It's the best one, isn't it?
Okay, I don't know about this.
Say it.
No, I'm not saying it. No.
Say it, Lauren.
You can't coerce me.
Say it's the best one.
If I come around to it, it'll be on my own terms. Thank you very much.
Say it's the best one.
He's holding up a pocket watch, trying to hypnotize me. No, it's great. It's a great little design. So Clara does head into the tunnel, and there's a flat 2D handle, so they already know that the 2D boys have already been there.
They're not called the 2D boys.
But they are the 2D boys.
They're not the 2D boys.
Well, we haven't had their name yet.
First of all, some of them are girls, all right?
Yeah, but I'm using boys in the terms of like, oh, it's the boys. Girls can be included in the boys.
Like a sexist would.
No, in the Amazon show, some girls are the boys. They're in the boys. Fuck's sake. Look, I'm calling them the 2D boys. They're in all my notes as the 2D boys, okay? I don't like it when you're silent.
Sometimes it's good to just stay silent and let you figure it out on your own.
I don't like it. I don't like to figure it out.
Just to let you just see how far you can take this and what will happen next.
I'm moving on from it. That's what's happening next. So yeah, Clara thinks they might be cornering them. And the doctor's like, not so fast. You shouldn't really apply like 3D logic to these 2D folks, right?
You can't apply human logic. You're dealing with creatures from another dimension, okay? Anyway. And then, what's his name? Grafty? What's his Riggsy.
I didn't write his name down.
It's really not that difficult.
But I didn't write his name anywhere. I just put him as Graffiti Boy in all my notes.
His name is Riggsy. He's a pretty big, important character.
Yeah, but I don't remember his names. I don't remember anyone's names.
Okay.
The Doctor and Clara. That's what you get. That's what
Riggsy.
you get. Riggsy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's like, anyway, Clara, look at my art. And Clara's like, yeah, mate, sure. Not really the fucking time for it. But, all right, thanks. Yeah, I just thought it was funny the way she's like, the way he's like, Clara, look at this, and she's like, I'm obviously very busy. Do you want to die? I don't care about your art right fucking now, please. I mean, she's wrong. It comes in handy, I guess, but
not really.
Well, it does save the entire day.
No, not really. Anyway, the Doctor's made a little gadget.
Yeah,
he's made a 2-disc.
He's very chuffed with the name.
He's called it a 2-disc. Clara's like a 2D eyes? And he's like, no, it's a 2-disc. I called it a 2-disc. Why do I even bother? He says.
So the purpose of this device is to make something that has been 2D'd, make it 3D, to restore its 3D state, I guess.
Yes, basically. Yeah.
And it doesn't work at first.
No.
And then a bloke gets grabbed by a big fucking 3D hand.
How sick does that look?
So good. Made me jump.
Yeah, the hand just like comes from behind him and then he gets like dragged all the way down the tunnel. And it's fucking sick, man. Yeah.
This is like the first kind of, the episode has looked great before, but this is when you first see them as like a physical, tangible threat, I guess. And it's very, like, again, I'd never seen this episode before, so I'm just watching it like completely fresh. And it genuinely made me go, oh, fucking hell, that was a big old hand. Because it does come completely out the Shroud of Darkness.
Yeah.
And then, again, terrible ways to go. This episode's littered with the worst deaths imaginable, really.
Oh. Anyway, they're on their way. They're on the run.
They're on the run. They're on their way. Anyway, so the boys are all rocking up. They look great. The 3D boys, essentially like a little army of them, are coming down the road.
Sticking with boys?
Oh, 3D folks.
Right.
3D folks.
Right.
Boys is a general term, okay? It's not meant to exclude other genders, okay?
Hey man, it's your funeral. If that's what you want to go with.
Fuck's sake. All my notes say 3D boys. I'm now just struggling every time I read a sentence.
Well, hey, if that's what you want to go with.
The Doctor has a good theory to get the 3D folks out, Nathan. But the TARDIS hasn't got enough juice.
What should I have for dinner?
Are you fucking kidding me? Nathan, the Oscars start in 40 minutes. We need to get through this, all right?
Lawrence, let me tell you how little of a shit I give about you watching the Oscars.
And people, you think anyone cares about your dinner?
Just for that, I'm going to make this episode go on even longer.
I won't be here. I'll be watching something else.
Well.
By the way, it's fucking 20 past 11 at night, and you're talking about what should I have for dinner?
Oh, and?
This is a crazy time to be eating dinner.
Well, excuse me, mister, I have a perfect life, and I do everything at the fucking time that I'm supposed to. All right?
I'm a sheep.
Exactly. Not like me. Not a free thinker.
All right,
but I'm also... will have dinner when he wants to, because he mostly forgets to have it.
All right, listen. Right. Shut up, firstly. Secondly... If you're looking for food options on your phone right now, I'll remind you we are recording a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why 20 past 11 is not the ideal time to fucking start thinking about your dinner.
Well, I gotta think about it at some point.
Yeah, just not this point. Any other point but this one.
All right.
Thank you. Some attention for the show, please.
I'm allowed to have dinner, everyone.
You're allowed to eat. No one's stopping you.
Lawrence said no dinner for me, everyone.
Do you know what? Yes, I did in the hours between like 9 and 11.
All right, well, it's not between the hours of 9 and 11, so we're okay.
Oh, shit, you're right, yeah. Fuck. All right, I guess what do you want for dinner then? The Doctor's got a theory to get all the 3D folks out of there. And the TARDIS hasn't got the juice to do it, right? And then the community service cunt, he's like, oh, now's a good time to pipe up and put my 2 pence in, essentially, and fumbles the fucking TARDIS essentially down into the depths of a shaft or a hole or something. Right? Just pushes it essentially off of a fucking thing.
What an absolutely fucking stupid, useless cunt he is, man.
Literally, he hasn't piped up in 5 minutes, and the first time he fucking does is to just completely fuck them into oblivion, basically.
What a fucking idiot. And for what? For what? What did you achieve with this as well? Nothing.
It's so easy to say your piece without being a wanker at the same time.
I know. Idiot. I hope he dies.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
He doesn't, and it's a crime that he doesn't.
Hey, man, that's life. Sometimes there's just horrible people, all right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they're the president and whatever Elon Musk does, all right?
It's true. It's very true.
Sometimes you just have to fucking kill them, all right?
Oh, that we could. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be a peaceful world?
I like those memes that say, do the right thing, Baron Trump, kill your father and you'll be reincarnated as a flower.
My biggest fear is that cunt's next. Do you know what I mean?
I think Trump will run in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how that goes.
Will it ever end? Because
unless he just fucking somehow gets rid of the Constitution and then just says, fuck it, I'll just be a president for a third term. Which, the scariest thing, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
No,
really.
It's not. It's a very scary fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to live a life where I don't have to hear about him once he's dead. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like it will just carry on.
We should break Luigi out of prison and just give him a gun.
On you, mate. You go do what you do.
You know what to do.
Yeah. You've already got life. What's another one?
Nah, he's beautiful.
He is a handsome fella, isn't he? Everyone's thirsting over him.
He's very beautiful.
A man of simple convictions. I like. Kill the rich. Nice stuff. Right. Anyway, so the TARDIS's structural integrity is failing. The Doctor's essentially like, one more dent and we're fucked, essentially.
Yeah.
And so, of course, just to add insult to injury, he's landed it on the train tracks.
I hear a train a-coming. Choo-choo.
Clara's like, why don't you just fucking move it? And the Doctor's like, hey, Clara, the TARDIS couldn't fry an egg right now, which is fun.
We're creepy and we're spooky. We're spooky and we're kooky.
Oh, I see what's going on.
The Addams Family. Ba-ba-da-bum. 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 This was supposed to be underscoring you explaining what he does.
I understand. But I just wanted to join in.
Well, you're not allowed.
Okay. So yeah, Clara's like, essentially she has great intuition, and she's like, no, I meant like physically fucking move it, like Addams Family
style.
Yeah. And I like this. I like this quite a lot because sometimes the Doctor's brain is too big to see an obvious solution. He's like, how can I move the TARDIS, Clara? It's got no power. The energy has been removed, or it's been drained from this, blah, blah, blah. All this science shit. And Clara's like, no, physically fucking move it with your hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, it just wouldn't have occurred to him.
So he does. He sticks his little hand out the door and he just like drags it along the little track, which is quite good. It's quite fun. See the little TARDIS been dragged about as a train comes towards it with a reference on it. See that reference?
I didn't. Do tell.
You didn't see the train?
No.
A113 on the train.
Still don't know what that is.
You don't know what A113 is?
Should I?
Yes.
What's A113?
You, of all people, should know what A113 is.
I have no idea what A113 is.
Google A113.
Oh, am I going to like what this is?
You of all... That's wild. I'd have thought you'd been jumping at the mouth for that.
Classroom number at the California Institute of the Arts, Cal Arts, that appears as an Easter egg.
It's in like every movie ever made.
Never even heard of this in my life.
It's like a huge fucking like Easter egg that is put in like most like fucking movies and shit.
Most
one
movies?
Like the most well-known Easter eggs. I think it's in like literally every single Pixar movie.
Pixar's coming up a lot on this Google search, but
it's in a lot of Pixar movies.
A113. What's the story behind that then? I don't understand.
It's the name of a classroom or some shit.
Huh. Literally never heard of that in my life.
That's why I thought you would have known all about that.
But like
Mr.
liking movies isn't like knowing all the Easter eggs and shit, though.
It is.
No, it's not. You can like
knowing about movies is, yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, so maybe I'm not Mr. Movies after all.
You know about the Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, I know about the Wilhelm scream. I feel like that's more famous than that, though.
I'd say it's about as much stuff as that.
Yeah, but is it as well known? Because that could go on in the background, whereas you can hear the Wilhelm scream. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
I thought you didn't know that. I thought that had been something you'd been all over. I'm very surprised by that.
I didn't. I'm very sorry to disappoint, but
oh, it's fine.
Alas, I did not know. Right, what's going on? What's happening now?
I've punished you. That's what happens.
No, don't fight. Hey, he's covered me up again. Bring me back. I want to see myself. I want to see you again.
You want to see yourself? You can see yourself.
No, I can see. I misspoke. I want to see you again.
No, tough.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna have to roll through this, all right? Because the Oscars are calling, Nathan. All right. I'm back again. Yay. What is happening next? What's going on?
He doesn't make it.
What, off the train tracks?
Yeah. Well, he does, but then he falls back, and then the trains come in, and it's too late. So he dives under the console, and he pulls a thing.
Yes.
And we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened, but we know he pulled a thing, and I thought it looked quite cool.
He did pull a thing.
He certainly did. We do. I just want to talk about it now because he does pull the thing, and we do find out about it fairly soon, right? It's a siege mode. Is this new? Have we heard about siege mode before?
No, I don't think so.
No. Quite cool. I like this, but it begs a question, a very important question that I want to ask you.
If you're going to ask me why it wasn't used before, I just don't know.
I mean, no, it's not
the
that.
The answer is because it probably wasn't written yet.
You're answering a question I didn't ask, okay?
All right.
I want to know.
If you're going to ask me, could the entire hordes of Genghis Khan get through the fucking siege mode? I swear to God.
I just want to know, was the TARDIS in siege mode, or where in getting through the TARDIS door does the assembled hordes of Genghis Khan lie?
Why are you so obsessed with this one quote, man?
Because it was in the money box TARDIS that I had, and whenever I put a little coin in, it got stuck and it would only say the same line. It would only have Chris Reckles say, the assembled hordes of Genghis Khan can get through that door.
Move on, okay?
I can't. I loved it. So I still do.
Fucking hell.
Waited my whole life to have a podcast where I can continuously bring up the assembled hordes of Genghis Khan.
Insane.
So Clara stops the second train. There's another train coming, basically, and Clara's like, nope. She sonics it or something. What happens there?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, she just sonics it. You weren't paying attention to the episode or me?
Both.
Great.
No, I heard what you said. You asked me what happened to the train. Clara sonics it or something.
Yeah, I think she sonicked it. I couldn't really tell what was going on. I actually rewound it to watch it again, and I was like, I still don't understand what happened there.
Maybe. Let me have a look. Anyway, there's a train. Then the driver comes out, and then they get the driver to ram it. Oh no! But then Riggsy's like, "I'm going to sacrifice myself for no reason," and Clara's like, "Why don't you not be a fucking idiot?"
Yeah.
All right, and then let this fucking headband or whatever do this, and just get off the train.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "No, I want to sacrifice myself." And she's like, "Get off the train, you fucking idiot!" All right.
It's weird. There's a part of me that's like, is this? It's a dumb thing to do because it's even when Clara tells him you could very easily survive this. He's like, there's a part of him that does stay, like want to stay, almost. And I don't know. Maybe there's a part of him that's like he's been called fucking like worthless filth, like a countless times over by that fucking prick. So like,
I think what we know about the Doctor is that they often inspire people to want to do better, and they want to do things that they wouldn't normally do. I mean, what was it Rory said to the Doctor? You have no idea how dangerous you are to other people, or whatever that quote was. And often, it's been brought up many times that because of the Doctor's actions, people get inspired and they will do stuff like this. They will sacrifice themselves many times. Dalek Khan revealed it that he takes people and makes them into weapons because he never carries a weapon himself. Clara's just embodying the role of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Riggsy was inspired by Clara, and he's like, I'm going to kill myself in this train, I reckon.
I love it for what it says about like kind of
I
how
love it.
how easily she slips into
I
the role of the
don't
doctor.
care.
Please, I'm gonna miss the opening monologue, Nathan.
I hope you do.
But
okay?
it's nasty to do this. I've told you I have a plan after this. Don't elongate something.
But also, we don't live in 1986. Okay, if you miss the beginning, that doesn't mean you're gonna miss the entire thing. You know.
But everyone loves the opening monologues.
You can still watch the opening monologue.
Yeah,
you
but
can watch it even if we carried on until 6 a.m. You could still watch the whole thing.
Yeah, but I want to watch it live.
You want to watch it live so you can live tweet it.
I don't want to live tweet it. I just want to watch it live. I don't care to live tweet it.
What's the difference between watching it live and watching it 20 minutes later?
Because like it ends at like 5 a.m. I want to go to bed at 5 a.m, not fucking 20 past 5 in the morning.
All right.
Anyway, fucking yeah, I do like this. I like how easy Clara does kind of slip into the role of the doctor, right? And
I'll be checking your Twitter in the morning.
Nathan, go ahead. read some notes out, please. I'm sick of it.
No, I don't know what you was going to say.
I'm saying I like it. It's cool. Good scene.
Right.
Thought it was fun.
Great.
Any notes you got?
I mean, I just talked about it. I talked about Clara wanting to inspire them and shit.
I don't want to read my notes if you're going to be nasty and talk about my Twitter and interrupt me.
I'm not interrupting you.
All right. Yes, I do. I like it. I like that. There's a part of me that would believe that while the Doctor wouldn't knowingly like he wouldn't want this fucking like kid to just fucking die in his name, right? But there is a part of me that thinks the 12th Doctor would not necessarily jump to the same amount of effort that Clara does to chase after the train and like get the kid out. So it feels like Clara puts in a bit more of an extra effort than the Doctor would here.
I disagree with that. I don't think the Doctor would just let Rigsy kill himself if it was very needless, if it was unnecessary and very avoidable. I don't think he'd just let him sacrifice himself.
But would the Doctor be paying attention enough to that specific scenario to think?
I mean, that's a different question.
Yeah.
That's a different question. But like, if he was fully aware, if he was fully abreast of the situation, then I don't think he'd just let him go off and kill himself.
I think if he knew about it, yeah, you're absolutely right. But I think he wouldn't have been as emotionally intertwined as Clara was. I feel like there's a part of the 12th Doctor that maybe this train would have just fucking smashed through the 3D people, right? And the Doctor's like, oh shit, that was going on.
You see, that's a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
That I can get on board with.
Yeah.
Not
would you reckon he would have killed that kid?
Yeah, nor would the 12 shot him in the face or whatever you said earlier.
They start to run back once they jump out of the train, and Clara notices a weird little cube thing on the tracks. And Clara's like, I think this is the fucking TARDIS. I want this as a little desk ornament.
You're going to run out of space for all these desk ornaments.
I know.
Fucking hell.
It looks cool, though. We've never seen the TARDIS like in a siege mode like this before.
Yeah, looks fine. Just a little box, really.
I think it looks cool. It's got those little markings on it. Looks quite nice. Intriguing.
Yeah, it looks fine.
So Clara, this is a great moment for her, a turning moment, I think. She's like, what would the Doctor do now? No, what would I do now? Like, it's this kind of acceptance that she needs to trust herself in the role. But yeah, she works out she needs to get energy to the TARDIS.
Yes.
And essentially, fucking everything that ensues kind of after this is such quick thinking from her and so good. And I love that she claims essentially the victory of this by just being fucking inventive and quick on her feet to think about this kind of solution. Yeah.
She manages to trick the painting people.
I guess so.
She does it at the same time as well.
I think you've been calling them the 3D boys.
Nope.
Yeah, she tricks them essentially. Definitely was a real door when they shot it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I was looking at it like, yeah, I can see that's a painting now, but like I would have seen that before. It definitely was a door.
Probably.
But yeah, Yeah, I thought it was great. I just the way that like she tosses him a spray can, and like even the fucking community service cunt is like, oh, she's lost it, and then like walks out the room. But then we see in the next scene he's just there, and I'm like, well, if you're not gonna fucking help, like just shut the fuck up. Oh, I hate him so much.
He's such a cunt. Yeah.
But yeah, so the 3D boys, it's an ingenious fucking get out of jail card, right? Like the way to wrap up the threat of the episode. She tricks them with the painting of the door, right? But you can't make 3D something that was never 3D.
They can't restore 3 dimensions to a door that never existed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And then obviously, unbeknownst to them, behind this, the TARDIS is essentially just fucking getting jacked up on all this fucking energy coming through.
They're getting that 3D juice.
They're getting that 3D juice.
TARDIS is getting that 3D juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the way it transforms as well. The way it transforms and then like starts to like fly up, and then it grows in size, and then it's back to the TARDIS, and then it like spins and lands with that like thud. Oh, so good.
The way it lands, and it just like you feel the fucking like fuck you.
Yeah.
And like sends the force field back on the cunts. It's so good.
And then an all-timer from the Doctor, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a moment from the Doctor. What a I don't know. 12 hasn't really had a chance to do like a big fucking fuck you speech yet. But this was sick. This was lovely, I thought. And
it's I like that it kind of explains his place in the story as well. He's like, I tried with you guys. Like I fucking really tried to be the optimist about it. Right. And it's an interesting facet, because when has 12 ever really tried to be the optimist about a scenario? Like it's kind of interesting to see him be like fuck you for making me try to do this. Like I don't even know what your intentions are, but you've chosen your role through your actions. And fuck
so
you, now I have to do mine.
I must play mine.
Yes. Oh.
You've chosen your role as the monsters. So what does that make me? The man who stops the monsters.
Yeah.
And I'm sending you back to your own dimension. This planet's protected. I am the Doctor, and I name you the Boneless.
Yeah. Dude.
But you can call them the Boneless now.
Now they can call them the Boneless. Yeah. Now that it's been revealed.
Yeah.
Be better if he went, I name you the 3D boys.
No.
The way you like fucking boneless. Like the Clara chucks him the Sonic as well. Yeah. There is a part of me that wishes Clara got a bit of a speech, because she did do everything.
Yeah, but it's a good speech though.
It's a great look. I can't fault it. It's an amazing speech, and Capaldi's great.
Yeah,
but I would have loved to have seen Jenna Coleman get like to end out the arc of her being the Doctor in this episode. Would have been great to see her nail it with a Doctor speech at the end.
Anyway, they're all fine. They're all alive. Yes. Riggsy's calling his mum. He's like, "Hi, mum, I'm alive," and she's like, "All right."
I thought you might have been. Yeah.
Did not assume any differently. That cunt is still a cunt, and he's just a cunt until the end. And he fucks off like a cunt. It's
the voyage of the damn bloke again, isn't it? It's just like, I wish this cunt was dead, but he's the only prick alive. Great.
Whatever. Fuck off. Anyway, good for him. Train driver's also here. He didn't do anything, but whatever.
No, but he's had a blinder of a day, no? Like, he's like, I've always wanted to crash the train. So he sees his train get crashed, and he's like, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm alive, and I know what the inside of that spaceship looks like. I've had a fucking sick day.
He loves it. He's had a great time.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the episode kind of ends with Clara, like, being like, I did good. Hey, I was good at the Doctor. I was like, fuck it, I did fucking sick. And the Doctor, like, ends with this, like, almost brutal, really, line where the Doctor says to Clara, he says, what does he say? He says, you're an exceptional Doctor, Clara, but goodness had nothing to do with it.
I'm very keen to talk about this with you.
All right. Well, that's where we'll end it, folks.
Yeah, tune in next week. No, I wanted to. This is the one line of the episode.
So Clara just says, "Just say it. Why can't you just say it? Why can't you just say I did good?"
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, "Talk to Soldier Boy on the phone." That being Danny, not Soldier Boy. Clara's like, "It's not him. Come on. Why can't you say it? I was the Doctor and I was good." And the Doctor says, "You were an exceptional Doctor, Clara. Thank you. Goodness had nothing to do with it."
Yeah. I love the line. I really do.
Too. Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if it works here.
Why?
This episode specifically, right? Because Clara made good choices. The doctor saying you were an exceptional doctor, but goodness had nothing to do with it. I could get on board if this point kind of came as a final burn of last week, where like Clara did make a bit of an ethically fucking dubious act where she brought that woman, she lied to that woman about how she was definitely going to die. Right?
I don't think the doctor's trying to chastise her for that, though.
What do you think this means then, this line?
I think it does mean that, but he's not saying that's a bad thing.
What he's saying, like, do you think it's more like overall concern for you getting a bit too careless with your life like me? Maybe. See, it's interesting. Yeah, I can see that way of looking at it. I think the reason it didn't necessarily land so much for me was she didn't actually have to make any questionable decisions this episode. She got, as many as she could out alive, but she made good choices throughout the way. She saved as many lives as she could. And I don't know, it felt like a rush-ditch effort to survive where she was quick on her feet and she thought and she came out on top. It wasn't like Clara did something dubious and got caught up in it and was like, I was an amazing doctor. And the doctor's like, yeah, but that was sad to see you act like me. I don't like it when I have to do things like that. And you seem to enjoy it. Like it just felt a little bit like it didn't necessarily narratively click together. Like, I like the scene. I really fucking appreciate the scene. And I like what it does for Clara's overall story and arc. But I just felt it didn't click in place with like what we'd seen in the episode.
I guess, yeah. I guess you're coming at it from a point of, I don't think the doctor's saying that though. I don't think he's necessary. I don't think it's a comment on what she did this episode. I think it's more a comment on what he does every fucking time. I think it's more a comment on you're becoming like me, and that's not good. Really,
it's more of a general statement as opposed to this. Yeah, specific.
I don't think he's specifically mentioning what you did this week was not good. I think he's saying you're becoming too much like me, and that's not necessarily good.
I see. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that makes more sense. I'm going to go with that because I really like this episode. Now that was the only part of it I was a little bit like, I don't understand that.
Well, you're an idiot. Anyway, Missy's looking at an iPad. It's got the biggest fucking bezels in the world. And then she's like, bloody hell, Clara, my Clara, I have chosen well.
Yeah.
I wonder what she means by that. We'll never find out.
Oh, no, really?
No, of course we will, you dickhead.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? But there we go.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm keen. I'm keen to see what she's doing.
Anyway. Press the wrong button.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
I mean, fuck, I like pills, I like drugs, I like getting money, I like strippers, I like to fuck. This is the section where every week we get together and we do some shit and talk about some shit.
Yep.
And we'll talk about some weirdos or whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Lawrence, who's your weirdo for this week?
It is everyone who sees the number 22 guy.
22.
From...
I don't know about you. Oh, by the way, cool way that guy died.
A great way, and we can talk about it here, right? Because
hold on, just one minute. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. All right, go on.
Another one for the EP.
Yeah.
I think it's everyone that sees number 22 die from any other angle. Nathan, please. From any other angle other than the camera angle.
They was all huddled quite close together, was they not?
Yeah, but even the slightest, if you're out by a fucking millimeter, that perception is going to be broken.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So it's everyone that was basically looking at that guy as he was mangled horrifically and going like, seems pretty normal to me. Oh, wait, hang on. I don't know. Felt like a very delayed. A lot of people should have seen that he was not okay and half smushed into a wall way before they did, is my point.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's everyone.
All right.
Bar us. We were the only people in the right place to have the shock factor.
I mean, that's just like... Like, I get it, but it's just TV, isn't it?
Yeah, I know but it was specifically angle focused, and people were looking at him in his direction. I went to check.
All right.
So they're oddballs, or they're weirdos. Who's your weirdo?
My weirdo is the guy with a beard who died at the beginning of the episode because he has a fucking a plastic chair, a plastic see-through chair hanging from the fucking ceiling in the slap bang middle of his living room.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even to the side, not even towards a wall, just right in the fucking middle of his living room.
Yeah.
Hanging in front of everyone. There's just this fucking chair. What a stupid fucking thing to have. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, he deserved to die for his questionable decor.
Horrible.
Oh my god. Yeah. Bizarre place to put it, like right in front of the fucking window too. Like, I don't know
In
what
the middle of the room.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the fucking room.
What are you getting up to on a chair that swings? Like, listen, man.
First of all, I'm never sitting on that. Ever.
Yeah.
You could not pay me to sit in that fucking chair. All right?
Some chairs have to be
Outrageous.
considered of men of a larger
Exactly.
stature, all right?
And I'm not fucking risking it, all right? I'm
Yeah.
not sitting on that chair. I'm not going to be the fat cunt, all right, who sits on that chair, ends up on his arse with the fucking half the ceiling caved in, all right?
Yeah.
No, thank you. Second of all right, why is it in the middle of the fucking room?
Yeah. You can't move
Like-
that.
Insane.
It's very stupid. I'm glad he is dead.
Yeah.
I hope that the next people in that building take that chair down as a point of fucking principle.
13 minutes until the Oscars.
Oh,
So
no.
Let's have an extra long thoughts.
No,
section.
thank you. Anyway, Nathan, speaking of, it is that time for the audience to have their say.
What?
I don't like you. If you're new, you can write into the emails or the Discord and let us know your thoughts on the episode. We look through some, we pick some out, we read them on the show. Nathan, hit me with an email if you would, please.
Let me just find one.
Fuck, stop it.
So this one comes from Leah Marie Farrell,
Nice.
I believe related to Colin. Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. This because she is known as the Penguin of the Discord.
Okay, I
So,
get it.
Yeah. Well, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I know, I get it. I liked it.
Yeah. Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. This episode is another. This episode is another banger.
Mm-hmm.
I emphasize the wrong capitalized word.
Yeah.
I've loved this episode ever since it first came out. Clara as the Doctor is fantastic and is a great start to her Doctor arc. Even if the Doctor doesn't want to admit it, she was good. She was great. I think Rigsy is a very cool and clever companion for Clara, even if the Doctor doesn't think so and calls him a pudding brain / fluorescent pudding brain. Good for him. I like how the Doctor hates every name people chose for the Boneless and watched Clara's try to call the Tudors. Blah, blah, blah. I just wish that arsehole council guy would have died to the Boneless. Hated him that much, I refuse to know his name. I don't think he even had a name, really.
No,
I
probably
think
not.
He was just referred to as man all the way throughout it in the script anyway. He didn't care for anyone but himself, and even the Doctor agreed he shouldn't have lived. Clara's phone call with Danny makes me laugh. Like, how can Danny not think she's having an affair or still with the Doctor, which I suppose is somewhat still an affair, and her lie was rubbish. I get it wasn't a complete lie, but at least she was caught out by the Doctor finally. I do have one question, though. When the Doctor slaps / flaps his hand on the side of the TARDIS when he was stuck inside, and Clara says it's rude, what's rude about it? I don't know if I missed something or if I'm just being stupid.
Hey.
From the Penguin of the Discord, Leah Marie.
There we go. Me and
Yeah.
you both, Leah Marie.
I
Right.
don't think there's anything weird about it. It's
Well-
just a thing.
But Clara does make a point about it and be like, that's weird. And I don't know if it is.
All right.
Doesn't
calm
seem
down.
weird to me.
Why don't you stop crying about it? All right.
I'm not crying. I'm responding to a thought.
It sounds like you're crying about it. All
If,
right.
listen, well, I've got the right to cry about it because I think Clara was wrong in that instance. It wasn't weird. It was a
Alright.
normal thing to do.
All right. All right.
Pearl Goblin, aka Nat, on the Discord says, this was the episode that won me over when this series first aired. 12 snarky replies to Clara as she pretends to be the Doctor. Clara and Rigsy swinging raucously. Haven't seen that word written down in a long time. Clara and Riggsy swinging raucously while Clara's on the phone to Danny and tries to continue the pretense that she's definitely not with the Doctor. 12's incredible I am the Doctor speech about the boneless. The Addams Family hand shenanigans, the incredibly inventive alien design and the VFX to go along with it, a fully realized and interesting side character in Riggsy. I could go on and on. My only issue is that I wish this is there. My only issue is that I wish this had come earlier in the series, as I think it shows you who 12 is as the Doctor better than anything that came before. Jamie Mathieson, or however we ended up pronouncing his name last week. Mathiasen. Jamie Mathiasen is an incredible writer. I can only hope he comes back someday. I agree. Yeah, I think the last 2 episodes have fucking crushed it. So, yeah, would be nice to see him return.
Fucking sick cunt.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think you get a sense of 12's character earlier on in the series. But I do like this as a, this does show you who he is, especially in relationship to Clara and how they view each other. So.
Yeah, it was quite a defining moment for him.
Yeah. Do you think this is like a series that had to like win people over? I'm pretty vibing with Series 8 so far.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people were on board with Capaldi. Just like older man coming after Matt Smith and stuff.
Oh, I guess so.
I mean, you wasn't.
You
stopped. so don't be like, why? When you were literally the one who did.
But I never watched. Firstly, I trailed off towards the end of Matt Smith. Right, I wasn't even there for Capaldi. I saw the regeneration. I went cool, and then I left it alone. Right,
all right. Well,
but I well, yeah. Anyway.
What you realize there is that you just proved the point, didn't you?
No, not. I don't even think so. I just think that I never had to be won over on Series 8 because I never really watched it. It'd be interesting to know if I did watch Series 8, if I would have gelled with it at the time or not. But,
Virgin.
It's
not true. You got baby on the way. You officially.
I mean, yeah, true.
Pervert. Ryan Ward. My first email, I promise. Hello, boys. Hope you're both doing well. Thank you so much for making this silly little podcast. It makes me look forward to the start of every week, knowing that a new episode will come out around Monday at 10 a.m. Yeah, around that, give or take.
Yeah.
I used to listen to you guys when I worked out in the gym, humble brag, but I had to stop because you were making me laugh too much. So thank you for that.
Did they say humble brag or did you?
No, I said humble brag. For Flatline, I like this episode. Very interesting concept that hasn't been explored much in the wider media. Brackets. The only 2 places that come to mind is a Victorian book called Flatland, and they did an episode in the Orville. I don't know what I know what the Orville is, but I haven't seen it. From a character's point of view, it's essential viewing for Clara and her journey into who she will become. It was great to see the Doctor tinkering away and problem solving the best TARDIS console room. Absolutely. It was also nice to hear the local accent in this episode. I'm not from that part of the UK, but having a regional accent myself, it was nice to hear a change. Agreed. Yes, agreed. For my weird of the week, I was tempted to go with that scum of the earth community service worker. IMDb calls him Fenton. Fenton? What a virgin.
That's the worst. That's made me hate him more, if I'm honest.
Isn't Fenton the name of that dog?
Oh, the Jesus Christ Fenton dog.
Yeah. Fenton! Jesus Christ, Fenton! Yeah, it's Fenton. Anyway, for treating others like shit, but I think I'll go with that female copper that showed Clara and Riggsy around the house as she doesn't bat an eye when Clara pulls out a sledgehammer out of her bag. Is that normal in Bristol? There you go. Thanks for all you do. Keep on legging. Ryan, sent from Smart Energy Reader. P.S. Shout out to my friend Tom, who is working his way through your episodes. He's just gotten to the 11th hour, and I look forward to hearing the email he's writing. Hi, Tom. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hello. P.P.S. You don't have to read this out. Well, I will. I live in the same city as you, Nathan. Okay, maybe I won't. Okay, I'm not going to read that up. Thank you.
Read it. I want to hear it. Tell me and I'll cut it.
No, I'm not reading it.
I want to hear it.
No, it's just you can read it on the email.
Oh, fine. You were so confident there. I'm definitely going to read this out. Leah brackets the #1 Danny Pink fan on the Discord says, wow, there is some wonky CGI in this episode at points. I disagree. Clara and Riggsy talking for like 5 seconds to jump down from a train? ? Good thing that doesn't matter because holy shit, this episode is in the running for me as one of my favorites of the entire show. Genuinely scary monsters, a very fun and simple idea of the companion having to step up and be the Doctor for a day, and with this glorious toxic duo. Brilliance, absolute brilliance. The look into how the Doctor has to function in these situations is brilliant and makes the Doctor so much easier to understand. Brackets. Did anyone else notice that he seems to have lightened up since Clara said "I love you" last week? Curious. ... Everyone is on point with the acting in this, with Capaldi's speech being a personal highlight. Just about everything in this episode is top notch, and the stuff that isn't is easy to look past. Someone get me my goddamn MASH. Oh, and also my weirdo is the Doctor for just not opening both doors when he is clearly struggling to get out of the shrunken TARDIS. That's true. We did not consider that at all.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb of him.
He should have just opened both of the doors, and then he would have been fine. It does seem like everyone fucking loves this episode, which is great.
It's a good episode.
It is a certain good episode. Yeah, it's very, very true.
See why.
I love it, man. I want monsters this creative again. I love fucking monsters that are this weird and fucking like visually interesting and creepy and odd.
What if there was a cartoon man? That'd be cool.
What if there was a cartoon man? Like at the end of this one. Or, you're talking about the trailer, the new trailer. Yeah. Is that Alan Cumming? Did I hear that?
Mm.
Nice. Alan Cumming's been in Doctor Who, I hear, as well, as a Shakespeare boy or something.
No, he's not Shakespeare.
Is he not Shakespeare? He's got like that kind of hairdo and goatee situation, isn't he?
It's in the Witchfinders episode. Like Salem, like witch hunting.
Have I seen that?
You've probably seen it.
Have we done it on Still Got Legs?
No. It's in the Jodie Whittaker era.
I don't know where it is. I've probably seen it once and forgotten all about it. But
It's in the Jodie Whittaker era.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for writing in. I very, very much appreciate it. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, you can give us a little 5-star review. And now we're not showing out the Ko-Fi. We're doing something a little bit different, Nathan. Would you care to explain?
Yes, we have a Patreon, as mentioned. So we're going to thank a few people. We're going to do a few people every week, about 4 people each week we'll shout out who have joined and supported our Patreon. So thank you very much. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with it as well. Basically, what we're going to do, because you're joining us as a companion, whilst you're on the Patreon, we're going to figure out your companion backstory. Okay, so what adventure did we pick you up on? What planet was going on? What was the situation? What were the vibes like? Okay, and we're going to see how we go with that. So, Lawrence, do you want to kick us off?
I can. So, are we starting from the bottom of this list? Is that how it goes?
We started from the bottom. Now we quote your hero. Okay,
Is that my hero?
yes, to quote your personal hero,
Who even is that? Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Drake.
Drake. Oh, no, he's not my hero.
Yeah, that's your hero.
No. All right. Nat from the US. We picked Nat up, I'm going to say, in when we were visiting, we were stowaways on the Titanic, the space Titanic that famously went wrong because of Max Capricorn, right?
Okay, all right. So we're just piggybacking another adventure that's already
No,
happened.
but Nat's got a whole thing, all right? You haven't heard the whole thing yet.
All right.
Nat was one of, you know, a lot of the cabins were getting the fucking air drained out of them and the hosts were going around killing them all and stuff.
Yeah.
Nat was one of the members of the kitchen staff, right?
I think you've confused I think you've confused Mummy and the Orient Express and the Titanic episode.
You might be right. There was definitely some kitchen staff in the Titanic because Nat was there. I remember because Nat was there. That's where we met.
Okay, all right, sure.
Nat, I met Nat because Nat was taking down a host, right? She was the only member of the kitchen team that didn't die because she pulled a big kitchen carving knife out and started just fucking shanking up the hosts.
Jesus Christ, that's brutal.
Yeah, but that's how Nat proved herself capable.
Wow. Okay, there we go.
So
welcome aboard, Nat.
Yeah, good on you, Nat, for murdering
good
angels.
to have you along with your knife skills aboard the TARDIS.
Exactly.
So, that's good stuff. It's good to have you aboard. Next one. Fuck me. Next one is someone we just heard from. It's actually Leah Marie, Penguin Emoji. is what her name is on Discord. And they are from the greatest of Britons, which I think is just the UK.
Nice.
And we picked up Leah from Antarctica when we was being chased by ravenous penguins. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, Leah is a penguin herself. Some sort of penguin affinity going on there. So we was in Antarctica just for a laugh, just for a day trip.
Yeah.
I reckon. We had Nat obviously with us with her knife skills.
Of course.
And then
no, don't make this a memory game as well.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know I can't do that.
Well, we'll see. And yeah, we started to get chased by little Spanish Mexican penguins. Okay.
Okay.
Some of
I
them
see
were
where
voiced
this
by
is going.
Some of them were voiced by Robin Williams. Okay. And they were quite ferocious.
Yeah.
And that's where we bumped into Leah, who calmed the penguins down because they are her kin. She was able to save us, to speak to the amigos, the penguins.
Amazing.
Communicate with them. And then we decided that'd be handy. So we took her and then like 5 or 6 penguins as well.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Right, I have to remember that now. Okay.
Yes.
Jay is next, and Jay's actually from Unknown.
Oh, somewhere in the depths of space.
Yes. Which, Nathan, coincidentally, is where I found Jay.
Ooh.
That's right. I've wrote it in.
Okay.
I've made it a thing.
All right.
I'm not at all making this up off the top of my head. We found Jay, right? Unknown location, right? We were in the
Yes.
TARDIS. The TARDIS had gone, by the way, we're in the depths of space. No one knows where we are. I don't even know. We're so deep in space, the TARDIS doesn't even know where we are.
The end of time itself.
The end of time. It could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't know.
End of the universe scenario. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jay knocks on the door of the TARDIS.
Okay, that's pretty ominous.
It's ominous, very ominous. We're very scared. Right?
Yeah.
But naturally, we don't want to just leave someone out there. We want to find out. We're curious cats. We want to know who's behind the door. So we open the door to Jay, and Jay's there. And then they come in. And that's just, we haven't been able to shake him off since.
All right. It's quite anticlimactic, I will say, but all right.
It's not a scary thing. Jay was just there. I don't know how they got
Okay.
there, but that's how.
But you made it scary, and then it just wasn't.
And we've been trying to get Jay out of the TARDIS since. We've been running around, but this TARDIS is filled with corridors. We don't currently know what corridor Jay's in.
So we've lost Jay in the TARDIS.
Yes,
somewhere.
Jay's, well, they're unknown, Nathan. The location's unknown.
So yes, so I guess that means they're unknown at all times then as well.
Yes.
They're always lost in the TARDIS somewhere.
Yeah, basically.
Great, that's good fun. Anyway, Ari Masters, fuck you, from the US. We picked Ari up in I'll tell you what, we picked Ari up while they were trying to assassinate the president. Okay,
Which president?
you know which one. Okay, the current one.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Ari was trying to assassinate the president, and then we did that dumb Doctor Who shit where we're like, "Hey, no, be better," or whatever. Dumb shit that the Doctor often does, even though they're objectively a terrible person, and the bullet would probably do the world like a whole lot of good.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
We did that shit, and then we just went for ice cream.
Well, we never corrected this. We never went back and went, actually, maybe you had the right idea the first time.
Well, we'll see how the ice cream goes.
Okay. I don't know if we even said this up top. That's it. We're doing 4 a week.
We'll do 4 a week. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be here for fucking hours while we do terrible improv at you.
Yes. So that's great. And we're doing it in the order that people signed up. So if you're like, why do they do me? That's why. It's the order that the signups came in.
Too
okay?
slow, bitch.
Too slow. Yes.
You should have been
There you go.
hot on the button.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
no, on a serious note, thank you to everyone that has signed up. It's very kind. We were very happy to see it launch this week, and we've been speaking about it for ages, haven't we?
And if you want to sign up, if you want to get a shout out and find out where we picked you up or whatever dumb shit we make up on the spot, then head on over to to patreon.com/stillgotlegs, link in the description below. For £5 a month, 5 beautiful British pounds, you get 2 bonus episodes, which will be about 45 minutes to an hour long each.
Yeah.
You get other stuff. Presumably
Discord badges, access to our notes.
Discord badges, access to our notes, which we always write every single week. And also
That
after
mug.
6 months you get a mug.
Yeah.
and that beautiful Patreon shout, which was definitely worth it.
Yeah, everyone loved it. Even the people that signed up and haven't been shouted out yet, they thought that was worth it for someone else's segment.
Well, that's the excitement to come, isn't it? Something to look forward to. You know,
it's definitely not. It's not a tactic to make you carry on listening. I promise.
No, Lawrence.
It's actually not. We didn't consider it like that. Anyway, you can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at StillGotLegsPod. That would be cool. If you want to share your thoughts like you heard a minute or so ago, right, the link to join the Discord is in the show notes, or you can email us at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And it's time for some big thank yous. Thank you to Nina for the short form content that you do, as well as marshalling the Discord alongside Maylena, and of course, the head honcho himself, Piers. Thank you
to
for
me.
What?
Thank you to me.
No, it's never you. Why do you have to do this every week?
I think I should get a thank you.
Well, then, if you get a thank you for this, I should get a thank you because I'm technically a member. I'm technically a patron of our.
You're not.
I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I know I don't pay for it.
You was gifted a membership. All right, you were technically the first one to sign up. Okay?
Where's my shout out? Where did I get picked up?
One. All right, you don't get one. Okay.
I think I've had enough airtime on this show, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Anyway. We will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful. Stay foxy. Nathan, what should they stay?
You should stay in your fucking lane.
It caught me so off guard.